Hi. How's it going, everybody? We are live on the, you ready for it? The Schmoedown Entertainment Network, mother Fs.
Yay!
Welcome. For those of you joining for the very first time, this is a kind of a new thing that we have been doing on this channel. As we mentioned, thank you, David, so much for replaying my stupid voice. We got to hear that every time. Welcome back to the network. And the way that this network is going to work is that this is, I think, the first official super chat network that has been launched. Kind of officially, whatever that means. What it is that we are going to try to do some programming here on this channel that involves a lot of your favorite personalities, Schmoedown personalities, people who have worked on the Schmoedown, been in a free-for-all, people who have watched the Schmoedown.
Also known as randos.
Rando McGillicuddy. So we are going to, like I said, if you guys want these shows and you want to support, we're not backed by any corporations. We don't have a big sponsor. This is really your network. So what we're going to say today is that we are joined here today. Myself, obviously, Kristian Harloff. Kate Mulligan has joined us. Hello, Kate.
Thank you, Brett.
Catherine, is it?
No, I'm a birth certificate.
Kate, look at that. Stop touching that.
I'm sorry.
Brett Sheridan is back.
Hello.
How you doing, Brett?
I'm doing good.
Look at you. You're all tan.
Yeah.
You got a purple shirt on, lavender shirt, excuse
Three
me.
soccer games this last weekend, so there was
Lost
a
some
lot
weight.
of tanning.
Not
you
your
about
kids, just
about
yours.
$180 right now?
Yeah, getting there.
You.
$188.
What was your heaviest?
Heaviest 205.
Wow.
Yeah.
205. So you
Great.
dropped 25 pounds. Look at you slob. How'd that happen?
That's just, depression's a hell of a...
Nervous breakdown. Well, welcome. I know you're not actually kidding or making light. You're actually.
He's like, no, I'm serious.
I talk about it openly, and I think, and I'll tell you one thing that I want to tell people. Oh, thank you for depression.
Yes.
That's for your prescription.
I have started seeing a therapist too. I was against him for years,
Good.
and I for everybody out there, a lot of people have asked me questions about it, and I said, yeah, I do believe in it now, and I think that get help as soon as you can.
Has it been working for you? So
yeah, it has.
By the way, if you are hearing that clicking and that dinging and the donging,
see a therapist.
You see a therapist. Besides seeing a therapist, so that means that your super chat popped up, and we are going to read them on the air. Obviously, that's what we're going to do here today. But the other thing that I wanted to let you know is what we're doing. We're also, if you go to streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown, you can also ask some questions over there. And apparently, there's something that David had set up. David, our wonderful engineer, and
this is true.
And he set it up. David, so are you on a microphone? Are you able to talk here?
I have a mic.
Oh, good. So, David, tell them about all the special trinkets and things that they can happen that they can do today if they want to disrupt our show.
Well, we're still working on getting everything set up, but we're going to have some pretty exciting little gifts that'll go across the screen of some of your favorite Schmoedown moments. And also, streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown is one of the best ways to support this independent production. It's
Okay, cool.
the best way.
What's the thing that they can do when they interrupt us? What is that?
Oh, well, anytime that there is a tip, it comes out on the screen, and it says what you want to say. And I do believe I have it set up. We should test it.
Okay.
But I think if there is a $20 super chat or more, it will actually just read out
as a computer voice.
I think so.
All right,
we
and
haven't
that's
had
through
a test.
that's through the Streamlabs one.
That is just through the Streamlabs.
All right, so if you go to
correct.
streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown, the $20 questions, you can say whatever you want and disrupt the show with a computer voice.
Can it be number Johnny 5?
Number-
Could that be
it
the
could be.
voice? Can we set that up?
And what did you say that you would say for today?
I would say SMP for $100.
Everybody remembers the S&P. We already had some people kind of popping up here, and there's one that just says, that's David. He says, hi. But this is, so Jeremiah Morris, who says, this is for the show, and talk a little bit about baseball. What a baseball crew I have here today.
Yeah, big baseball.
Who's going to win the series?
Is that happening now?
No.
Oh, okay. No, but I do get into it. I do get into sports now because of my son.
I know, you told me that.
Yeah. So we probably will
Watch the playoffs?
Yeah.
Well, Kaiser actually wrote to me today. Kaiser, his dad was the great umpire, Ken Kaiser. And Ken Kaiser, he was a legend in New York. Anyway, so John him and Dagnino went to the Dodgers game today, and they invited me to go. And I still can go, but I'm going to talk to you mugs and talk to everybody out there too, because like I said, we're really going to put forth a lot of effort here to get some good stories going, to get some good content, because this is not always going to be the show. What we're doing here today. Like last week with Ellis, we did some Q&As, and we'll do the same thing here There's another one. We'll do another one probably next week. But then once the network starts, I think the way the format's going to work is we'll do a full show, whatever the show might be, and then we'll do the super chat, kind of accumulate them and talk afterwards. But this is just to really get involved with the fans here.
So nice.
It's such
like
a nice
an angel getting its
Can
wings.
we talk about the Dodgers real quick?
Yeah.
Just to
Help out
Yeah,
this guy,
just
yeah.
help this guy. No, but I was gonna say, is there a worse stadium anywhere
It's bad.
for exiting
I'll
the
tell you,
parking lot?
as nice as Citi Field in Queens is, it was a nightmare to get out. It took us
Really?
in Queens. It took us
It
40.
took me 2.5. I was there for a Beyonce concert, but
yeah.
2.5 hours to get out of the parking lot.
Wow.
It was bonkers. It lasted longer. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little, but it was almost as long as the concert.
It's not fun. We did the same thing in Queens, but yeah, it's a real shit dump to get
Yeah.
out of.
It took me 2 hours to get out of the parking lot for Three Dog Night in Marina Del Rey for a free
Oh.
concert recently. And
What
that
concerts do you go? You
we
really rock
summer,
the house,
we
huh?
do the summer concert series, the free ones. Oh, yeah, we rock the house. We got Queen cover bands. We got Heart cover bands.
Good.
Set up a little picnic
I
table.
like it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we pull out all the stops.
Let's go another one here. This one just says, good afternoon, guys. Thank you to Mason.
Mason.
Keith Zerwes says he just moved to the $60 tier on Patreon. Thank you.
Hey.
I hope I can continue to do that to pay that tier for a while. By the way, if you're signed up to the Patreon here, that'll also will let us know that you're signing up. But anything you guys want to fire in there today, you want us to talk about. But I know because we have these two wonderful comedians on the show today, we talk a lot about comedy. And you both got back into it. And I feel like that. I feel like a drug dealer.
Yeah.
I feel like a drug dealer that like you guys have finally like lived your lives, kicked your habit, and
Yes.
then I've been sniffing it around, man.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
sniffing it, and I wasn't even doing it. But then after you two humps started doing it, then I started sniffing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's it feel?
It feels good.
It
Yeah.
feels good to
It's
be
only
back.
once, yeah.
It's a crazy thing. I still doubt it. I go, I don't know about this, and they've
Right.
all went well, and I
I know.
still go,
You still-
I
yeah.
don't know.
I hear that you and I. This is why I think you and I think we're gonna be friends.
Yeah.
We have a very similar opening bit.
Oh, really?
Well,
What is it? Which one is
Which
it?
is apparently did you do something like I got up and I was like I dusted off my old set. I think it still holds true.
Yeah.
And then I basically told a bunch of jokes about just like how crazy the White House is probably like, wow, these Obamas are so crazy.
right.
Nothing could get crazier
Yeah,
than that.
yeah.
But I also
What
talk
was that
about
voice you were just doing there?
yeah, just a girl. Like that's how I do the bit. I'm like, let's see how it goes.
Oh, that's a
But it's I started off also like, don't people with kids suck?
yeah.
Aren't they just the worst? That was
was
my
your
opening
bit
My
back in the
Yes.
initial
day.
one was an Elian Gonzalez joke.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
Yours is so much
and
better
somebody
than
was
mine.
like, nobody will remember that because I
Yeah.
did that one like 10 years ago or 14 when the last time I did it. So I changed it to like it was like a trick like I was going to talk about. I'm like, this president's been in the news lately. What a crazy! Did you hear about this BJ he got? Boy, I think Clinton's going to be in hot water.
Yeah. Who's got the cigar? So Jeremiah Morris puts in, this is for the new Kaiser show and to see about that $20 thing. In the super chat itself, that the computer interrupting does not happen. You got to go to this streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown, and if you want to interrupt the show with a computer asshole, as we call him, he will just interrupt the show and ask
For
your
20
question.
bucks,
apparently.
he's my best friend.
Well, that's what David said that to me. He's like, do you want to interrupt the show with a computer voice if they donate? And I was like, I don't know. And then he's like, it could be funny. I'm like, we'll see.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do it. The
Could somebody come to
streamlabs.com.
my work and interrupt me for 20 bucks a pop? Come on. Come while I'm staying in
Take this.
frames.
Now
You
get back to
here's
filing,
20 bucks, John.
dickball.
You can slap me in the face for all I care.
with your penis.
Hey, that's been in the news.
It has been, right? With
Yeah.
Antonio Brown.
Oh God.
you
yeah.
put your penis in several girls' faces. Suddenly you're a bad guy.
Lots of controversy happening.
It was just harmless fun.
Right.
Penis shoving in the face.
It's true. It's like, look out. It's true. I mean, the guy's probably hung like a rhinoceros, too.
Or look out.
Yeah.
Oh, you think
like a light.
Oh, you
yeah.
think he's
No.
hung like a squirrel?
No way. If you're somebody sticking your dick in people's
Yeah.
faces,
He's
you're
probably a rhinoceros.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably right now.
Usually you throw it out if you got some
Right.
heat.
Unless you're Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee. He makes that joke. He says like a sewing machine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Kate, are you excited to be back in this crazy world? Because you were
Yeah.
yeah, because you
Yeah.
I've been trying to get Kate to do shit since she was writing on the website for schmoesno.com when
I
we
was
were doing
I
that.
did like reviews. Remember I did
Yeah,
like the
you-
Changeling review?
you did a lot of
and I
different
like
things.
just put this like lipstick all over my face. I'm like, this is what Angelina Jolie's lips like the whole movie. It was just like and people hated it. They're like, I can't look at this.
Yeah, but
bitch.
that's you know what's funny though, that now if they go back to watch it because now they know who you are, they probably love it.
I don't know. We'll see.
But anyway, we are playing around here in the chat. I'm going through the chat right now, and we have how many people are in there right now, David? Overall,
Let's see. I think
5,000.
we got 421 right now.
Look, so this is
look
like
at that.
I said, we have a brand new network that we have launched. Once again, it is a super chat network fueled by you guys. What are some of the shows that you guys want to see on here? I know that there's been a lot of, in the Facebook group, a lot of different people kind of coming out and say who they want to see, recommendations. They like the fact that are you happy to be back doing this kind of full time?
100%. And I've seen a lot of people that want to see the Handyman show.
Okay, what would you do there?
I would actually teach things and add a comedic twist to it and actually show some of my mild OCD when it comes to doing handyman type stuff.
Well, besides mild, so let me tell you a story. Again, the studio is a work in progress. There are things that are happening. The curtains are still wrinkled. We're gonna get to that. But so the TV, we get the TV hung up, right? Or Brett gets the TV hung up, and so I finally trying to figure out, like, there's this big fucking sound bar that I have to put together on it, and it says it's wireless. The guy at the store says it's easy. You hook it up and easy.
It sets itself up.
Yeah.
So, Brett, explain the phone call that you got.
He calls me about 5:30, I think at night, and hey, I can't get the sound bar to go. What do I do? Could give me some more information. It's just not hooking to the thing. What thing?
It's like my dad. I turned into my dad. Bug spray.
Yeah.
What bug spray?
This thing's fucking killing me over here.
Yeah.
No, what? Okay, so what? Are you hooked into the Google Home thing? Yeah, I'm in there. Yeah, I can't get it to hook up to the thing. So we'll try to delete it off of there and reconnect it. I did that. He's killing me. Can you get over here? No.
when can I see you? Tuesday.
I'm not going to drive over there.
So I'm sitting there like Doc Brown working on the flux capacitor, right? And I'm just really tearing into this thing, and I'm there. My wife's calling me. She's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Leave me alone." I'm like, "I'm gonna get this thing finished." So and Brett's like, "It's wireless." It's not fucking wireless. You hook it. You got to hook the stupid HDMI cord.
You told me it was wireless.
It says
they
wireless.
Sold you on wireless,
Right.
and I think it was.
It's like when you get seedless grapes and you realize it said seeded.
Assholes.
Yeah.
So, but what it said, like as I'm hooking the thing up to the back, finally, magically, the thing pops up for a second. Needs to be an AV2. And I was like, why don't you just fucking say that in the first place? I plug in an AV2, it works, right? But it's still. Sometimes the volume works so good it sounds like the whole place is shaking, right? And other times it sounds like a mouse fart. It's like it's. So I'm still trying to figure it out, but we're getting there. All right,
Sounds so cute.
here's some other stuff here that was again from the super chat coming in. Have we gotten anything from the other side? Nothing yet on. Oh wait, we did. So we did get something from the Streamlabs, and so. Oh yeah, so we had someone try to test out the robot thing. It didn't work.
On that one?
Yeah.
I think I saw that. It was right after it got re-enabled. But,
shut it down.
Oh,
Anyway, to I don't want to. He got put in $20. Want to make sure he gets something.
Oh yeah. I got you.
Oh, so you can play it?
No.
Oh.
But I'll take care of it.
All right, perfect. And Jake Acavetta is going to try to do his robot voice. We'll do that. Blade Studio says that he lives in SoCal. The wrestling trivia Schmoedown. When? Asking me that. Congrats on the weight loss, Brett. We love you. So the wrestling trivia, it's the same answer. It's like once I'm able to build this network out, and again, we were blown away last week by the amount of support that we got from you guys, and more people understanding that that's the super chat thing is the way that we're going to continue to make shows, continue to do things, continue to get new talent in there, and we want to interact with you more. That, by the way, the review corner is coming back, and Mark and I will start doing full-on reviews. We'll do full-on spoiler reviews here. And we want you guys to be involved in it. Because all the times we've done reviews and stuff in the past, it's just been, we upload them and then you watch them and that's it. The spoiler reviews are going to let you guys get involved with it. So if you see the movie, you want to come back. Same thing with, what's a classic movie that you've never seen that people love?
The one, it's every college dorm room had the poster of it. It's like the guy, like Kevin Spacey, Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects.
I haven't seen
Okay.
that.
And you?
Classic.
Everything.
No, classic ones.
Oh,
I've
classic
seen.
ones you've seen a
Yeah,
lot of,
yeah.
yeah.
It's all the
Newer
You
stuff
mean
that
like
was.
classic, like Jimmy Stewart?
No.
Oh, wait,
Yours is
time to
right.
pick up my kids from school.
Whoops. Text back, walk. Yeah. Yeah.
To shut that one
That
off.
shut it down.
When you
Because
hear that sound play, it means there are children available to be kidnapped.
Where are you, Dad?
yeah, the reason I bring that up is because I think we doing some watch-alongs will be fun too. Get
Oh, yeah.
get them
yeah.
involved. But I really want to see if someone's going to put in money to have you say SMP. Okay, let's see. So we're going to go back to.
Yeah.
There you go. Jay God, let's test this shit out.
Oh,
perfect. Okay, so
she's-
we were disrupted with
That
some
is so
She's
cursing.
from her.
Yeah. So, see, that's a lot of fun. There's going to be stuff. I know it that we're open ourselves up for problems
yeah.
too. But
Let's test that shit out.
Yeah.
show your
Yes.
dick.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one.
Whoa.
Wow. What
$50.
you been hanging out with?
It
Okay.
was just my labia. The kids stretched it out on their way out. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
That's offensive.
Oh, my- that looks like
so
someone's
offensive.
playing
If it's a
kickball
woman's
with
body, it's
a
offensive.
rotten melon. All right, let's see. All right, some more stuff here. All right, we did that one. This is from Kenneth Colton, who said, I listened to your review of The Goldfinch. Jesus, this film is a box office disaster. Yeah, it's just boring. My mother-in-law last night. Have you heard it? I mean, have you heard of The Goldfinch?
Yeah.
My mother-in-law last night says, I was thinking about going to see The Goldfinch. And I was like, don't do it. But my friend wants to, don't do it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be bored out of your skull. It's just not good. It's just not a good movie. I don't think it's the worst movie ever. It's just not good. So yeah, and it's eating shit in the box office.
Can I ask you real talk?
No.
Real talk. Do you ever? I know this is like your livelihood, but do you fall asleep in movies ever?
No, I don't fall asleep. Makuga
don't?
does all the time.
Oh my God!
I've closed my eyes.
You put me in a dark room in a
Yeah.
chair, and
Oh.
it's like
Catching
minutes.
up.
Into, it could be.
I can't tell you that if it was last night that I wouldn't have fallen asleep because I slept for like 3 hours last night. Or 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago. But
okay.
last night I actually slept. But yeah, I mean, I close my eyes. I've never fallen asleep. Makuga falls asleep all the time. All the
Right.
time.
That doesn't even make sense. He doesn't have kids
Yeah.
yet.
No,
He's just got a lot of weddings to go
tired
to.
from?
Narcoleptic.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Morris, $2, wants more baseball talk. All right. So
My wife's in love with one of those cats on the Dodgers team.
how does that work out for you?
Oh no, I don't mind.
What does she say?
I don't mind when she says stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
she's like, "That's my boyfriend."
Oh.
What's his name? I don't know. They named some
Albert
of them.
Pujols.
It's so much easier to have a
Seeger?
spouse give
Seeger.
like somebody that's that unattainable. Like I give my husband some real options. I'm
Does he
like,
get jealous at all? Is he a jealous guy?
no, it's
No.
the worst thing in the world. I
you
hate
are.
it.
You're a
Yeah,
jealous.
well, not anymore.
A jealous?
I'm a
We
jealous.
can call him a jealous.
I'm a
Are you a
jealous.
jealous out there, Super Chatter?
Are you a jealous?
Not it's just, I think it depends on the situation, but not really. When I was younger, maybe.
'Cause
I remember
she's-
when I was walking through New Orleans, and this is when I was in college. I was with an ex-girlfriend, and all they do there is they show your tits to everybody, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they give you beads. So I look up at the guy's balcony. I go, no. I go, get back in your fucking balcony. Get back in your balcony. He's like, that was the one time I remember getting, but not too bad. Anyway, so baseball.
Yeah.
So
Oh, God.
baseball.
No,
Sorry.
look, I think that again, I wanted to see. I'm the Yankee fan. I want to see what's going to happen this year. I know that Ellis is talking about the Astros, that they're going to make their big run. I think that this year we're going to get the Dodgers and the Yankees. I think it's going to happen. I feel it in my blood. But what do I know about anything? Okay, Collider fans, thank you so much, and Yasuka 503 both say the same thing. Ikla. That is a Collider Live joke. Yeah. Jeremiah Morris, he already said baseball talk. We did that. Random rock and roll riffs and reviews. Hashtagging that he wants me to give Nico a job. Hashtag Smet Show. Hashtag Handyman Show. Hashtag Kaiser Show.
Wow, that's
this
a lot.
is a network executive.
Yes.
Ken knows what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, this is what I like, though. I like this kind of stuff. I like the interactive. And this is the same type of stuff that we're going to be doing with you guys because, so let me ask you a question. This is something, again, for the Super Chat people out there. What do you want to see next week? Who do you want to see next week? This is what I'm trying to tell people of what they're going to be able to do is that they're kind of staffing They're going to be able to
That's
do
great.
that type of stuff. If you never want to see Kate ever again, you can pay to never see her ever again.
But it'll cost you $1,000.
$1,000. I think $1. Yeah, $1 would be right.
Wow.
Yeah, $1.
Really?
I'm annoyed with you already.
Really?
No,
Okay.
My self-worth.
not at all. But that's what we're doing here today to get some more conversation through you guys. And I think that once we have a full-fledged plan and we have, because Kate even said today, what's the format today? I said, there is none. We're just going to talk to the audience, and this same thing we did last week. But this is not the network. This is not going to happen continuously.
I also do want to know if anybody wants to see some treadmill bits.
Yeah.
'Cause
We should definitely do a
wanna do
treadmill bit
treadmill
for
bits.
sure. And the thing is, last week people didn't know what it was. Now it's a treadmill bit, but it looks better with our rock band that we have back there now than it did. Anyway, so let's see. I'm going back to the donation list. We did. So we got something else here. This is coming in from the Streamlabs. Does Kate need a Anko? Because she is looking like a parking ticket. A Sancho? This whole thing broke up. Does Kate need a Sancho? Because she is looking like a parking ticket. Fine, but how did she get socks stuck in her hair?
Oh, the
picture.
thumbnail.
Wait, Suge Knight? It's Suge Knight.
Oh, yeah, it's
Congratulations on getting released from prison those years back.
Oh,
And then I think he's back in.
Yeah, it might be.
So, but yeah, let's talk about that picture that you took, because that was, to me,
Thanks, Suge Knight.
that
Suge
was,
Knight knows my demographic too.
yeah,
He
that was
knows.
a lot of
He knows what I
fun.
love.
That picture, because I had asked you to send me a picture.
You said, can you send me a picture? And I was like, nah,
Yeah,
100% no. And I was like, I haven't taken a headshot. I mean, the headshot of me, I'm easily 40 pounds lighter than I am now. I mean, I had the cheekbones of the gods. And anyway, the bottom line
I
is
said, put it on portrait and take a fucking picture.
well, we don't have portrait. Then I'm texting all my friends like, do I need to have portrait mode? I've got an iPhone 7. And they're all like, we're putting our kids to bed. I'm like, I know, but it's just that I'm doing a podcast.
Did you actually borrow someone's camera?
No.
Oh.
So then I was just like, fuck it. Dickie, my husband, I was like, just let's put the light on and let's just take the I tried to make my settings.
It was good. It was a funny picture. It was
Yeah,
best
and then
picture
I
out of
was
the
like-
three. Mine's a stupid Schmoedown one with a dumb hat.
Well, then I was like, I've got to, what is me right now? And I'm like, okay, I should look good. I should look good. And then I'm like, who the fuck am I kidding? I'm like a mom, like a washed
I
up
like
mom.
that you did that.
So I
Stop that.
put my bead on, and then I just stuck some of my kids' art supplies in my
It
hair.
was very funny. So,
Things that they do. To
Pipe
you.
cleaner, is that what it's called?
all right, so let's get some back here.
Thanks,
Oh, look
Suge
at
Knight.
this.
Yeah.
So, all right, Corey Knott asks, "Are you paying yourself, Harloff, for all this work?" This all goes into
My pocket.
your pocket. Everything that goes into the super chat, everything that goes into the network goes to the overall Schmoedown company. So what that does, that pays for competitors, that pays for crew, that pays for staff, that pays for any salaries, that pays for all of it. It pays for live shows. The whole point is because, like I said last week, we were running a Patreon, and the Patreon is the lifeblood. It does very well for us. But we realize, and when you post it inside of a group, and enough people, I think that we're tapped at the moment with the audience that we have that have joined. I hope that more of you join to the Patreon. I really do. And that's kind of, you get so many good perks there. And I love getting the message from people who say, you know what, I should have joined this thing a long time ago because of all the stuff that we get. But not everybody wants to do it for a monthly thing. People want to say, oh, you know what, go to Super Chat. I'll throw down this to help you guys out. I'll do this to help you out. Oh, you know what, I really want to see Brett do an impression of Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
So here's $2 to see him do Ben Kingsley. That's the type of stuff that we want to do to Interactive. So the answer, paying yourself, we all get paid through this. This is how we're going to be able to pay more people, bring in more crew, because we're going to build this network out. I truly believe that if we do enough of these shows, that it's going to add enough of the income that we can start doing more shows, maybe eventually more live shows. Because the problem is every time we do a fucking live show, with Ubers and restaurants and flights and hotel, you know, people. I had a fan who go like, "Oh, you're not be able to pay for the stuff with live events." No,
Yeah.
you barely fucking break even, barely.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm not backed by a sponsor.
Yeah.
We're doing this independently, so if we can't get a sponsor, and we
I
can't.
wish baseball would sponsor us.
Yeah.
We should. We talked about them enough.
Jeez.
But if we can't get a sponsor, we can't do that. Yeah, then why not just do this, and let people be interactive, because people like to be interactive and connect.
And they can
with
feel
fans.
like they're directing it. They
Yeah.
can feel like it's
Yeah,
great.
it is. So I mean, even you look at today, what we've been doing with this show, that the fans have been dictating the conversation. It's also great for content people because we're talking about one particular thing. We're talking about the socks in Kate's hair, and then Corey or PJ or somebody can get us on a whole different conversation thread, and it can take us to new places. And speaking of which, PJ Campbell says, honestly, just wanted to give you guys $5 for the day. How about a Kaiser Dagnino baseball show? I'd love that. I would love that. If you guys wanted a baseball show with Kaiser and Dagnino, I actually think that's a great idea. I really love it. I think they both know it very well.
Sounds
And
like
look,
somebody
the
else
more
likes it.
the more super chats are coming in, people understand what we're trying to do here. I get it. Helen led with just donated $5. Thank you. Didn't really say
Helen.
anything else too.
It's funny, like Kate, you get a watch over there.
I know.
I'm like waiting to be picked for the baseball team
You
over
should.
here. I'm looking like, is it going to be about me? Is somebody going to ask
Yeah.
me? That's all last week with Ellis.
Don't read this one
Oh
about
God, that's
Brett.
not a good one.
Don't read this one about Brett.
I'm sorry, I have to.
Yeah.
Chandru the Chosen, the great Inner Geekdom player. He just says congratulations on the new network, and he has 2 ideas for the shows that he would do on there, and he's going to pitch them to me in person. I hope you do.
Ooh.
One of the
He's like,
he's
I'm
one
in
of
your
the
backyard.
New,
Yeah.
right. He's true. This is one of the new kind of upstart competitors. He's been really good. He's got a big match with Brandon Hanna, and that's the other thing that I think that we're going to do. And I have to give a lot of props to Joe Rogan and the way that Rogan did his show. He does like a full-on interview with somebody, which I'm going to be bringing back those one-on-one interviews that I did, where you guys will get involved with that for sure. But the other thing that he does, I think, whatever day it is that he releases it, his other big thing he does is the UFC, and he does a full fight podcast. I'm going to do a full Schmoedown podcast, and I'll do one where I'm just talking shop with a competitor. It could be, Ben Bateman, Kalinowski, Cushing, Clark Wolf, whoever. And we're just going to shoot the shit for Schmoedown and just analyzing, matches. But that's just going to be for the Schmoedown audience. This is meant for everybody, because we understand that there are a lot of people who are subscribed to the Schmoes Know channel that fell off and said, I'm not a big Schmoedown person. I want to see different kind of content. I like the personality, so that's what we're doing here and asking you via the super chat what you guys want to see, what kind of shows you want to see, what kind of content you want to see. So keep it coming. A lot of great stuff coming on here so far. Okay, so the next one here, we have The Bear 1322. How about some wrestling talk? Kristian, have you seen Bray Wyatt's new Fiend gimmick and Firefly Funhouse promos? What are your thoughts on it? I've been waiting for your opinion on it. It's the best thing WWE has now. All right, so The Bear, listen, it was SummerSlam that it debuted, and I said it on Collider Live. I had fast-forwarded through a lot of stuff because I wanted to actually watch the matches, and I missed the Fiend, and everybody's talking about how great it was. I've never been a Bray Wyatt fan, but I have heard that he's doing some great stuff here with the Fiend. I've heard enough about this that I do have to check it out. I've fallen back a little bit on WWE, a lot of that because of the stuff that we're trying to work on here, but I got to get the network up and running again, the WWE network, that is. Tune into it and check back in with me on that, because I'd like to check it out. I've heard really good things about the gimmick and that it is one of the best things that they have going. Ed Haskell, 420. He says, hey, gang, did any of you guys watch the Comedy Central roast of Alec Baldwin? It was hardcore, it was brutal, and a riot. Every year, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown should do a roast of one player.
oh,
I love that idea.
that's an amazing idea.
Yeah, we could stream that.
Oh
We could
my
stream it and do it at, whether it's a Comedy Store or whatever it is. It's a brilliant idea, Ed. I love it.
Especially if they cry.
Yeah, well,
That's- I
you
mean-
think of all the comedians that we have inside of
know.
it, and even if you have certain players that come out there that aren't comedians and they agree to a roast, that could be fun. I actually fucking love that idea, Ed. I love that idea. So again, we were doing super chat here. Who would you want to see get roasted,
Oh,
and why?
Also, what does the 420 stand for,
Yeah.
Haskell? And you're
Yeah, I think that after every show, though, we're gonna take a shot of that whiskey.
Oh,
You should do that.
perfect.
Are you allowed to do that? Are you drinking still?
No.
Oh, you done?
Can't do it on the.
I'm into this.
oh,
David's down. Guy doesn't say a fucking peep for 20 minutes. You bring whiskey up, and he's ready to go.
you really can't. You can't have alcohol on
Well,
that.
no, I mean if
on
if
the
I, it's
the,
not good. I mean,
no, you can't do that.
I could do a little bit, but
No, don't
I
do
can't
that.
get lit
No,
up.
but I do want to, even jokes aside, thank you so much again to David Michael Frank, who really makes this. He has set it up. He's a whiz when it comes
Yes,
to
thank you,
the
David.
engineering for sure, and he's going to be with us. And you should also check out David's music. You go to David Michael Frank and check out on YouTube, right?
I release music under the name Future Sunsets.
So make sure you
Future
check that out, because he
Sunsets,
works
I like
very
that.
hard. He just got
do.
back on tour. He's going back again. He's going to Europe.
Yeah.
He's somebody that you don't really see a lot of in front of the camera in the Schmoedown, but he does so much work for us, and he is instrumental in this super chat thing. So go over and support him, because he's been a really a great part of the team. But enough nice things about you. Okay, so we're gonna move over here, and now we're going back over to this Streamlabs.com. There's some more people over at Streamlabs.com, and Wiley Todd, he says, "Hey guys, Big fan. I'm trying to get caught up with my Martin Scorsese movies. What should I watch? Mean Streets or Casino? I'm going to say Casino.
Mm-hmm.
Casino was a movie when it came out in 95 that, Mean Streets is a good one, but it's still a little dated it's still good.
Yeah.
But a little dated. Casino is brutal, raw. I love it. Kate?
Yes, Casino, 100%.
Casino.
Yeah.
Casino, 100%.
Casino. All right, well there you go. Casino, I would say should be the one that you get because it's especially if you've never seen it.
Did you guys watch the Bob Dylan documentary?
Yes, a lot of it.
Okay, so can you explain it to me? Because then we realized it's like fake.
It is fake? What do you mean
It's
fake?
not like the Martin Scorsese one, right?
Oh, where different people play him?
Yeah, no, it's like
documentary.
this.
When they're
They
talking
took
behind the
this
scenes.
footage.
I
Yeah.
said a man wound Dean Bez and
But there's like that, and they're like, but there's like the scene where they're like, oh God, the poet that was like, oh, what people don't know is that.
What do you mean it was fake?
I'm telling you, we have to look it up.
Is
What was
this
it called?
recent? Because I saw
Yes.
one.
Yeah,
Okay, so
there's
I
one.
saw one a
It came out-
while ago.
No, it came
And
out
like
like a
they
couple
did
of
it
months.
as it was like it was done to look like a documentary, but it was all of this. There's that scene that he has in the bar with the woman, and it's footage that they took when they were making a movie.
It's almost like
Years-
deep fakes.
It's like I don't.
As salmon talking at a bows, bam bows and ween bam bam when dean.
Who was it? Like Joan Baez? It's when he's in the bar with Joan Baez. And
Get
you're like,
outta
oh
here.
my God, I can't
it's
believe we're
fake.
seeing this. But they had filmed that scene for a movie, but Scorsese's like presenting it like it's like a documentary. But
Oh.
he's just taking this footage from this movie.
But it's a full documentary. But the documentary is legit.
I'm telling you, we'll have
You
to look
making
it up.
stuff
Yeah.
up?
No, I'm
right.
telling you.
know
Sounds like
about
horse
this.
shit to me.
I
I
know.
gotta tell you.
Do you want to switch chairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. All right.
Tag out. Tag out.
No.
Oh, okay.
Say. I like this.
Okay. You like the suspense?
What's the next one?
All right. So here we go. So where is it?
Anyway, don't watch that Scorsese. Is what I was gonna
the
say.
Bear. How about
Skip
some
that.
wrestling talk? We did that one. Okay. We did that. All right. Charles King would love to see you get John Campea on here and have you guys talk Star Wars again. Totally open to it. Love to do it. Like I said, I sat down with John a couple different times, and and we had a lot of great talks. And I think talking Star Wars with him would be pretty awesome. Benzo, bring back Sasha Pro Raver. I would bring back. I want to bring back a lot of the old school Schmoes crew. I think that'd be a lot of fun to have a lot of people in here talking shit, having some good old talks the way we used to do it back in the day. Nico Suave Rigoli. Still trying for a job. Ryan Satin, await my email. Ryan Satin's crushing it over at Collider and doing some great stuff on his pro wrestling sheet. So I understand wanting to try to get a gig over there because he works hard. He really does. Jessica Morgan, my kid, he's 8 years old, thinks Men in Tights is the funniest movie ever. But he finds Spaceballs boring. Recommendations? Adoption.
Yeah, adoption. eBay. Try eBay. Just sell them on eBay.
No, I look, man. So the other day we got a phone call on Collider Live, and they were talking about how I think Caddyshack to some people is generational.
Yeah.
Right? Like I love that movie. Are you a Caddyshack person?
No.
No. See, I think it's
Total
generational.
Caddyshack person.
Yeah,
Like
right.
quote every line.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if it would hold up. To my 12-year-old. I don't know if he would.
12-year-old. I showed it to my wife, and it was just like, nope. And maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's a dude movie. I have no idea.
Recently, we've been watching some. We tried to get him into some Monty Python, and he was on the fence on it. It was a little. We watched Life of Brian. Yeah, that one. I was like, yeah, maybe he's not quite ready for that one yet.
No.
But my wife and I were enjoying.
What
some
about
of
like
those again.
Airplane?
Airplane's one of the funniest movies.
I think that I agree.
Yeah,
I still
that's a
think
good
Airplane-
one. That's
yes.
a good idea.
And
to
that's
test.
just one of those movies that like it's not dated. And it's
No,
like
I agree.
it's so goofy and silly, but it works. It just
Yeah.
works. Like they tried the spoof movies now, and there's a handful of spoof movies that work. Like that one, Naked Gun, the first Scary Movie, the second Scary Movie also. But they tried so many spoof movies that just suck. You a spoof movie guy? You look at me like
the
you
old
don't know.
days. Yeah. Not the new.
Not the
Yeah,
new ones.
no.
They've stopped. Remember when
I'm
we
like
had that.
racking my brain to even think of something.
We had
other
that
than the ones you
wave, like
mentioned.
we had that wave, like Spy Hard and all that stuff. There was like a wave of those bad movies. And the one they did with like the 300 and Look at that. Was it like Epic Movie or whatever it was called?
I think we were a lot more forgiving in the 80s. I think we were just
In general.
in general,
In
people were just happy to be alive and
Also, there was so much there was so much less content.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
No social media.
there's
Yeah.
no social media. There's
there
less
was
content.
cocaine.
So like,
You know, there was
No
so
cocaine, but social media. What would
Yeah.
you take?
I don't know. I just feel that the music was happy.
Yeah.
The times
Yeah.
where the economy was good, I think. I don't know. I mean, we were doing all right.
Big Reagan guy, huh?
Yeah. Was it good? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
it felt like it was.
But that had nothing to do with this poor lady's question about the
My recommendation
Menata-
is Airplane.
Menatites is good.
Get that
Yeah,
kid on
but
Airplane.
maybe
for 8-year-old?
Oh, no,
8-year-old
never mind. Sorry. Take it back.
I don't know. I
Don't
watched.
get him on Airplane.
It is a different time though, because I watched Airplane when I was 8.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I mean, and I can tell you, I say this as a parent. Parents are way more protective of their kids now than they were back when I mean, I think I saw Rambo when I was 9.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My wife was just talking about how her dad took them as little girls to see Rambo in the theater.
Right,
You know,
right.
and like they saw Commando, and they
Right.
like he didn't care
This-
what.
that was
Yeah.
my dad was the same way. And I was like 8 or
8-year-old,
9
yeah.
9 years old.
I was watching Cheech and Chong with my dad.
Yeah. So
Didn't know
I don't.
anything about, like-
So I guess the answer to that is Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. It's a toss up.
Yeah. Naked Gun.
That might have, because that's got like a beaver joke in it, and like I think a lot of those might go.
I don't know. Well, let's all right. Let's see.
Eight's tough. Eight's tough.
It's tough. All right.
It is
So
tough. It sounded
Anthony.
like you said AIDS is tough. Also
Yeah,
true.
AIDS
Also
is
very
tough.
tough. That's
That
true.
was the other bad thing
About
about the
the
80s.
80s,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought everyone was going to die of AIDS.
Everybody did.
I mean,
Well,
weren't you just
generation
like
of
you were
kids
going to
did.
get nuked
You didn't
or
want
die of
to. You
AIDS?
didn't want to walk anywhere.
Oh, no, I didn't
You just
touch
because
anyone.
people were ignorant about it. They didn't know how
yeah.
any of that stuff. So you're just like, I don't want to leave my house.
Yeah.
I just want to watch Airplane.
At least things are better now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I know the world is so.
Absolutely.
Thank God that's behind us.
Let's see. Anthony Nugent. Super chat is in odd for me. What does that mean? What is an AUD? What does that mean, David? Am I missing something? Super chat is an AUD for me.
Oh, Australian dollars.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Brett,
nice.
will you do SMP for $1 for $100
Australian.
AUD?
We need to figure out
Yeah,
No.
what's
the conversion.
Yeah, we got to see how much that is, and then maybe we'll come back
This is
to
my
it.
background in finance.
Suge Knight is back.
Hey, Suge Knight.
This time he says, Kristian, can you do Arnold, but saying no crying in baseball? Okay. No problem. All right. Let's see. Hey, give me a. What are you doing? We got the big game over there. What are you doing? Why are you. What's in your face? Is that tears? You know, tears? Come on, there are people watching. The guy buying the hot dog. You're going to see you in the crying in from the stands. We're going to lose people. There's no crying here. You're no crying in baseball. Stop it. Stop whining. What'd you say to me? Fuck you, you're benched. There you go. Zach Anderson, who says, do a roast of either Roxy or Roca. It's good.
Oof.
It's real good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's real good.
What's going on with her and The Bachelor? Do we know?
Yeah, so she went in and she said, the guy who's casting said, he's a good friend of mine, you know, and he told me when I told her that they're coming in, about her, and he goes, well, there's like a week or two before we start shooting, we probably all cast it up, but bring her and we'll put her on tape, and they loved her, right? But
Yeah.
But it was already
They
cast,
should.
so they're gonna wait
Okay.
until next year. I told her
She might be on next
I told
year.
her to stay single until next year, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I might try and date her. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I know.
That's right. That's true. Well, look.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
would have been fun.
I know. To have her on this
Oh.
season would have been amazing. But anyway, as far as the roast goes, I think Roca would have to be the first candidate if he
Yeah.
can take it. If he was up for it,
I don't think I could take it.
you don't think you'd be able to. You don't think you'd be able to take it?
I'm a fragile man.
Yeah. So you wouldn't do
I
it?
don't know. It's tough. I mean, when you're a big celebrity and things are going for you, you can probably take a lot.
You can take a hit because you're gonna go home and lay in a pile of
Right, yeah,
cash.
exactly.
Right.
But
Yeah,
when
you're
you're
going-
like, I think my life is a bit of a failure right now.
Yeah.
And it's true. I go home, people
Think
making jokes about me. I'm like, oh, that was so fun. People love me. Oh, wait, I'm cleaning up milk on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we got a dumpster full over at the property over there, Brett. Oh, I gotta go to this roast.
Of myself.
Of
What are they gonna
myself.
make fun of? Me. me
me.
with the dumpster.
Yeah, me having a day job.
Oh, it's good. Anyway, so let's get back to, we're over at the streamlabs.com. Streamlabs.com, once again, if you guys are just joining us, if you go to streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown, you can interrupt the show with a $20 pledge with a computer voice who's being an a-hole.
Let's see if this
But
shit is working.
this is from Thrawn, 2K5.
Oh,
He says,
Thrawn.
ask David B. about his Wildberries theme and Schmoedown goals. Does he have... I don't know if he does it. Does he have a new Wildberries theme? I got to ask him about it because I haven't talked to him about it. He's been writing some great themes for the Schmoedown. Other things that we'll probably have him do and ideas. And once again, I think this goes back to the earlier question that Corey asked as far as, money, who's getting paid. That's the goal, man, is to put this stuff to everything that we're... Because if we can stream... I don't know. My goal right now, we're doing one a week. I'd love to get another one out this week. Probably not, but probably do like 2 next week. And then once we're up and running, I want to get 3 to like 5, and then hopefully, daily. But it's a matter of like you're showing us and you're telling us like this is what we're gonna do. This is what we want to do. We want to be involved. I love being involved with you guys already. Just today, the stuff that you guys are doing. The super chats are coming in. You guys are having conversations, and we're having a blast here already. So David B is someone I want to get more involved in the network, and you guys do this. So thank you. Oh wait, look at this. So Anthony Nugent says that I guess it works out to be $145. Is that true? Anthony, Australian 145. So I don't know if that's true.
I'm sure. Anthony Nugent
We
wouldn't lie.
gotta
on
take
us.
it. Brett, just say it.
Suck my pussy.
Not a girl. All right. Okay, let's see.
Hi, Mom.
So we got a lot of people posting here in the super chat, and I thank you.
I just saw Kate's not crazy.
Well, just wait for that. We're gonna get there.
No, but let's.
Someone
Kyle
paid
Stewart,
you
I
to say
love
All
that?
right, we'll start with Kyle Stewart.
I'm not crazy.
All right, Kyle Stewart says.
I'm not crazy. Woo! I'm not crazy.
You want to take that back?
Yeah.
Kate's not
Goes for a
crazy.
buck.
The recent Dylan Netflix documentary was a mashup of truth and fiction,
Okay.
including the fake implied affair between him and
Sharon Stone. That whole fucking thing where she was like, I was a kid, I went to a show.
Yeah, we take a band and put in, open up the legs, say whoops.
Oh, Kyle Stewart.
I got
You
it.
got it?
It took a second.
You got it? All right. Said you and Michael Douglas gonna put on a show, and I'll be watching it from my TV. And then I said, oh my goodness, gotta get myself. So I called up my agent and said, I gotta get a phone call with the basic one.
And I'm a huge Dylan fan.
I just ruined Dylan
Yeah.
for you for the rest of your life. I am too. That's why I'm able to do that.
I'm a Vincent Price fan, which is the same thing as
Yeah,
being
it's true.
a
Well,
Dylan fan these days.
Dylan's would never be able to pop today because you can't understand what the fuck he's saying unless you really look at his stuff. He wouldn't work today because of everything that went back with his poetry. And I mean, he's not a great singer. He's just a great lyricist.
Oh, yeah.
But it's something rhythmic and using okay.
But then he does Lay Lady Lay, and it's
Lay, lay,
But
lay.
that one,
Yeah.
he's
that one
more,
doesn't even
actually-
sound like him.
So I think he put the, I don't know, the put on was the
show?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was, and I feel like there's like sometimes I'm like, oh, he's a legitimately good singer,
Yeah.
which you wouldn't. But like, there's that early stuff, the 16 years. Do you know that one with the backup
Yeah.
singer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so, and he's like really a good singer.
No,
on that.
I he's one of my favorites. I love him, but he's also very fun to say the Halloween.
There was a documentary years and years ago that was really good, and it was all real footage of him. And I love the way he interacted with the press and stuff like that when they were bagging on his album or whatever. And he goes, "Well, have you listened to it?" And they're like, "No." And he goes, "Where do you get off telling me what
Right.
I'm doing is
Right.
wrong?" Like, I mean, he was.
That was that
hardcore.
documentary. That was part. They used that footage in that one you're talking about.
Did they?
I don't know. All right, let's
That was my
go.
Dylan impression.
was
Hey,
good.
what are you doing?
So I want to go back here where we say John Mariano, the great John Mariano, says Andrew Guy is doing this Clash Royale card game. Can Kate and Brett watch it and have a show to explain it to me? I love you all. Good luck with the network. I don't know anything about this. I know that he does. Andrew Guy does. he does a lot of different things, but I don't know what this Clash Royale card game is. You guys have any idea what that is? I
There's
don't know.
Clash Royale is a game my son does on the. It's an like on the phone.
I don't know about this at all.
Is
My
this
kids
the
are too
commentary?
young.
Well, there was Clash of Clans and then
Yeah.
Clash Royale because I was like, oh, is this Clash of Clans? it was last
You
year,
idiot,
you
Dad.
dummy.
Well, you probably could watch this. And
Yeah, he
explain it.
wants me to play it with him.
So why don't you do that and then watch what Andrew Guy's doing?
All right.
I think a show like having this is another thing is that what excites me is the mix and match of characters in here because you've never seen Andrew Guy and Brett Sheridan on a show together.
Yeah.
You've never seen Andrew Guy on a show with Kate Mulligan or
I've never
Ben
seen
Bean.
Kate Mulligan in general.
That's not true. Maybe on this channel. Is this the first time? No. That's not the first time you appeared on this channel. You were on the Changeling review.
Well, I did early, and you also
Early
had me like
Schmoes.
review like the Britney album. Do you remember this?
That was on
like,
Current TV. That wasn't
oh
on this
my
channel.
God.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
and it was
then this
Killers.
was-
It was the Killers album too.
The
Remember we
Killers
did that at
album.
my old place.
Yes,
I was stoned
Taz.
out of my face.
you guys put me in like a pantry off the kitchen.
Yeah,
And you're like, we're gonna be out here.
right. And I remember
How's it going?
I remember the executive who was a friend of mine. And she said, "We can't use your footage." And I said, "Why?" She was like, "You are stoned out of your face." And I was like, "How'd you know?" She's like, "You don't get words out, and you don't talk a lot, and that's not you, and your eyes are very red." And I was like, "Oh, that's about it. That's about right."
yeah.
Hey, you know what's cool about seeing a psychiatrist in Los Angeles? They'll go, "Hey, have you tried weed? It's legal now." No shit. I'm like, "What? You're right." And I
Right.
wish I could, but it makes me paranoid as well.
Does it really?
Yeah.
See, I can. For me, I'm not a big weed smoker out in the public.
Yeah.
I like last night. Be honest with you, came like my wife.
So you slept well last night.
Well, I escaped for a little bit.
Okay.
Right, and like I was cleaning up. I was straightening up and doing some stuff. But I also sat down. I smoked a little bit, and I played the fucking Spider-Man game. And I felt like I was 12 years old
Yeah.
again. It was amazing. I had so much fun. I haven't
What
played
did
the
it say?
game
Do you think you were?
here, but just cleaning.
Sadie!
Right. It wasn't just cleaning. But for the we're on the air, my love. You gotta
but
shut it.
I was just kidding about calling your mom's name.
That's all right. Can you shut that? Perfect.
So wait.
Guess everybody knows
can't
where we're
let her mom-
broadcasting from. But anyway,
His daughter's bedroom.
I know. I think
has
the
a
door
treadmill.
is open. Brett, my camera's still on. Can you shut that door?
Yeah,
If you're
yeah,
so kind.
Oh, but I want to see her.
I know. Next time. So we got to the Kate's Not Crazy already. We did
Yes.
good
We
luck.
can go over the Kate's Not
Oh,
Crazy again.
here's something else. So here's the My Name Rules. My Name Rules says good luck with this, guys, and great to see Brett again.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, so there you go. So this is very, very nice stuff here.
That
We're-
looks so
a lot
good.
of super chat stuff here, guys, coming in. And I cannot thank you enough for, again, you guys supporting and making this happen. You're going to see shows like this. You're going to see Q&A shows. I think that's another thing, too, because people do like these Q&A shows.
Yes.
They do like where we're just kind of, again, they're dictating where the conversation goes. And I think that's fresh and that's fun for us.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
then you don't have to like be stuck on one particular topic. But there will also be shows that are very layered for this is not your type of show. If you don't like just a Q&A show, then you can do something else. So like when you bring in those super chat questions here, let us know. What shows do you want to see? Do you prefer the Q&A format? Very, very interested. Want to hear from you guys. Okay. Let's see. So we go back to Keith Zerwis, who says, I would love a show where Brett just rants about stuff.
All right.
Yes.
I like it. Brett, the floor is yours. Rant. I'm serious.
Man, traffic.
Has anything been bothering you lately that you want to talk about?
Are you kidding me? Everything bothers me.
What's bothering you the most right
It's the big. I think the biggest bother is my my children separate. This is all sad things. No,
That's okay. There's real people out there, too.
I don't have a rant in me right now.
You don't have
Yeah.
any- all
Well,
right.
I'm trying to dial a lot of that.
now? You're getting the anger away.
Yeah.
The
It's
funniest
not an
thing that you
anger.
do,
I have a
you're
lot
getting rid of it.
Sadness.
Oh, you wanna
lately.
get the sadness
Yeah,
going.
but this 100%
Just help
is therapy for me because I felt out of touch with a comedic outlet, an entertainment outlet.
Yes.
And then and I was doing Collider, and then I stopped doing that, and so it kind of brought me back to it's strange for me when people go, hey, what do you do for a living? I go, I work at a gallery, and I'm like, I've been here for 20 years.
That's what you're doing.
And,
Right.
and I go to that. I don't say like I'm an actor or I'm a comedian.
Well,
or,
you know I've been breaking your chops for the longest time
Oh,
to
yeah.
get you more and more and more involved. And I think that's the other thing. To be honest with you, it's one of the main reasons I came up with one of the ideas to really run this super chat thing because people originally they wanted Brett to stay on Collider Live and they wanted Brett back on Collider Live and it just couldn't happen over there, right? And instead of doing like crowdfunding thing to try to get, well, if you guys crowdfunded to do that, then we can pay for Brett. I'm like, no. What if we did a Schmoedown network and inside the super chat thing? Now it's just collectively to everyone. And my goal is to get Brett on this network 3-4 times a week. But in order to do that also, and when these shows keep doing these kind of wonderful super chats that we're doing here just today, that's going to allow Brett to be on more. That's going to allow Kate to be on more. That's going to allow us to get more and more people to get the shows that you want as we build and build and build. So I just really have to tell you guys again, for those people who are in the super chat right now, and those for everyone on the streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown, you guys are adding to the cause, and we're going to be doing these a lot. And so, again, thank you so much, and let's keep doing it. Let's see. We got some more people. Wow, a lot of people coming in here. Cannot thank you guys enough. We did okay. Cry 10 says there's no question. I'm just enjoying the show. Well, thank you.
Hey.
Enjoy. Are you enjoying the show?
I'm enjoying the show.
This is
Fun,
fun.
right?
It's
kinda
a
laid
lot
back.
of fun.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying all the porn you and I are watching on this.
Don't tempt me. I will tell you that one of the most fun conversations that we had were it's at Comic-Con. It was just me and Mulligan and Ellis kicking back with beers. What was it, like 3 hours? 2 hours?
Yeah, I mean, it was at least 2.
Yeah.
After that, the IMDb vote party.
That's
It was
right.
just, sorry. Yeah, it was the best.
It was a lot of fun.
That was by far, it was the highlight of my weekend.
That
Not
made-
to say that.
No, but it was
wasn't great,
was
but-
good. But it was also that made me realize you were back in the fray. I mean, you've been back in the fray for a little bit. You came
Yeah,
to the free
I
fall.
actually am so interested to know how Ellis feels about this, because I actually have all of this, like, first of all, at least when Ellis put me up on that show, I delivered.
Because you guys dated for 6 years.
Ellis and I,
Not true. Not true.
but I was, never mind. But I have to say, like Ellis has been pounding the fucking pavement.
Yeah.
Oh,
All of these years that, like, you and I are like, well, we're going to go make families now. And all of us, we're like, we're going to go make families now. We're going to take a pause for the cause or whatever. And then, like, basically I'm sort of like, thank you, Ellis. Could I just get, like, how does he feel? Does he feel used?
No. That's not his style at all. Ellis and I
'Cause I love him.
we come from the same school, and that is we want to showcase funny people.
Yeah.
If you're funnier than us, you won't be on the show. That's why you guys are on the show.
Okay. How dare you?
But,
How dare you, sir?
But no, he's
It's not crazy.
he always wants to do that. He's a generous dude. He's
know
one of
that.
the
He's like-
most caring people that you'll ever meet. But he also wants to put on a good show.
Yes.
So he's not going to put on just anyone. He knew you were going to be funny. He knew you were going to be great. He knew Brett was going to be great. He's put on Brett on twice. And he also listens to fan feedback. And the fans loved you. The fans loved Brett. And he knows what's going to make his show better, because he's confident enough in his ability as a comedian, because he has been pounding the
Well, and
pavement. He's crushing it. So he knows by the time he gets up there that the crowd's going to be so fucking warm from those people going up already that he's going to crush for 45 minutes, and he does every single time.
Yeah.
So
he hadn't seen me do comedy ever.
No.
And
Ever.
well, but at my roast,
yeah, just that little bit of but like never like seen a full set or any, like he had the faith from you and just knowing me that I could actually deliver, and now
But
that
that's
was
instinct.
that was a little bit of pressure.
but that's all. It's instinct. It's instinct. It's also why he lets Roka. Roka's been going up, right? And Roka's not a comedian, right? But he's been trying. But Roka goes up in front of crowds that know him and respect him, and he works hard. Roka is one of the hardest workers that I know.
that guy's.
He works hard, and
Yeah.
he's right now he's like an open mic comedian.
Yeah.
But he's been going up and he's been trying it, and he's got fucking brass balls. He always has, and he goes up and he competes and then he performs. So Ellis is just one of those guys that he's just going to give you the shot.
Yeah.
And Jay Washington, Jen Sturger, all these people he
Yeah.
gives a lot of shots to, and he knows that people are talented enough that they're going to bring it. Because Jay Washington I had never seen do stand-up comedy before.
He murdered that night, too.
Jay is so talented, and he's so good. And Jay, for me, I knew the first time I ever saw Jay was on Screen Junkies, and he was doing movie fights. And then someone had suggested that he should come on to do Schmoedown. And Jay will tell you, he's an okay competitor. He's fine. But he's brilliant on the mic. And I saw he picked up the microphone to do a pre-interview. And sometimes the first time I see somebody when they're doing pre-interviews on Schmoedown, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to get. Sometimes you get people that they just don't have it. Not once. And I give Jay a note. He takes it. Boom. He hits it. And I never had. Do you know who Jay's cousin is?
Who?
LJ.
Oh.
LJ.
I know.
Oh, you knew.
Oh, no, I
Okay,
know.
okay,
You already
all
told
right.
me
Yeah,
that.
so LJ.
Otherwise, I would have had a
Yeah, LJ.
gasp.
So did you know LJ? I should have probably turned to left you excitedly, not you. So LJ was a very close friend of mine, still is, and he performed on the shows that we used to do all the time. When I did my hour-long special back in the day, it was LJ and Ken opened for me.
Wow.
and just randomly,
He's
Jay Washington.
really scrawny, like Jay.
He's
really
jacked.
just scrawny.
But Jay,
Terrible genes. In
yeah,
that
yeah.
family.
But Jay, I just knew. I assume he's going to be good. And first time I saw him was in New York in January, and he just rocked the house. Jay's a fucking
I
talented
want to see
dude.
him wrestle.
Did you see the clip that he
I was
posted?
gonna say,
No,
did
I
you see
haven't
his-
seen it.
Oh,
his
dude,
Instagram? Yeah.
he's agile,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
I'm excited.
And
I'd go
I mean,
see
He's
that.
somebody
should.
that's lost a lot of weight.
He did. And 'cause
Yeah.
he
Not
worked-
from going to a psychiatrist.
No,
No,
yeah,
no,
from
he's
like
not-
the gym and
he's
all that
going to the
weird
gym
stuff.
all the
He
time. He's a
told me
hard
he had
worker.
I hope he doesn't mind, but he had a health scare and he
did.
really.
Well, no, it was public.
It was public.
Yeah,
okay.
he did. He came in after he got surgery on his throat. He came into the Schmoedown like I don't know a couple days later and was like, you could hear the hole in his throat as he was talking. It was like, yeah, and he would like have to stop in the middle of it. And he made light of it, but anyway. So Jay and everybody will you're gonna see a lot of people on this network because of the type of show just today that we're having and the stuff that you're doing and the fact that you guys are supporting and you want this. You're gonna see the benefits. That's the I liken it to when I talk about Schmoedown, Star Wars canon, right? And how I don't always feel rewarded when I put the money into it, and I say I don't know if it's ever going to pay off. And they have been doing it recently. I want you guys to feel rewarded. So when you put in this money, and when you put in, and when it's like you're saying to yourselves, in a month from now, 2 months from now, this growth, that's just because of me. It's just because of what we're doing. And I promise you that we're going to make you feel that way. Okay, so let's go. And we say, good luck with this. Good to see Brett again. We did that already. Brett ranting. We also did that. Nerd Chronic, the great Nerd Chronic, Eric, who's just an incredible editor, an amazing editor, does all those promos that you see that are just like so. Eric is a guy, and I'm going to read this. He just says, sending some love because I'm invested in the success of the SEN. Eric, I was blessed by finding. I just was absolutely blessed by finding this kid. So he was just a fan that would come to the shows, and I think that Late to the Party knew him or whatever it was. He would come to the show, and he was just he's just, if you've met Eric, he's very quiet. He just thank you, and everything's good. So he's just not a loud guy, right? But then he's like a mad scientist when he gets behind the camera. And remember those promos I was showing you at Comic-Con?
Yes,
He cut all those
oh my
promos.
God.
And he's just like...
He goes, you're going to cry.
And you were tearing up. And like he got it. When I told him, I said, listen, man, I would like... Because he sent me some mock ones of some of the live events that he did last year, the LA ones. And they were so good. And I was like, dude, would you want to do this for us? I was like, why don't you... I said, here's my idea. I want to get it very WWE, but sports feeling, UFC feeling, hype. And he just nailed it. I hardly ever give him notes. Hardly ever. I mean, like, there'll be things I'm like, okay, I'll sit down, I'll watch them. I'm like, okay, here comes, I'm going to have to note. Nope, that's perfect. Do it as this. Sometimes,
that's awesome.
Yeah, sometimes I go, okay, maybe you have to do this or this, let's switch things up. And within like half an hour, done. Boom. So again, just to reiterate that with Eric, this helps me keep Eric. This helps me keep helps me keep my editors. This helps me keep the writers. This helps me keep everybody. So we keep hearing the super chats coming in, and
I love that he donated.
It's amazing. So basically, I'm just going to give that back to him. But yeah, streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. Let's check streamlabs.com once again. Streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. I see anything coming in here.
Schmoedown's with a C. It's like the name Shriver.
Yeah.
It could be SCH or it could be SH. I just kicked your camera. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right, thanks.
This one comes
Last
in.
show.
This one comes in over at the streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. And this is from Jay Golden Eyes. He says, what is your all-time favorite Schmoedown entrance? I doubt either one of you guys can. Well, you probably can answer this because you were at the free-for-all.
Yeah.
My favorite entrance all time, I mean, I gotta be honest. I think, I know. I get. People love the big, showy, flashy entrances and stuff too. I'm more of the sports wrestling entrances. That Andrew Guy entrance at the free for all, free for all 2 when he showed up. I loved it so much because the reactions that it got from the fans. Everyone thought it was going to be Dan Murrell. Dan Murrell's music plays, and Andrew Guy is one of the best performers, if not the best performer that we have in the Schmoedown. He pops through it. He's flicking everybody off. They show the reactions. So in Arizona, they rented out this bar and they watch the free-for-all, and he shows up, and this one kid, he's so excited, he's like, because he thinks it's Merle, he's like, yeah, and then the guy shows up, he's like, no, and he's screaming at the TV. That's what I've been praying for this, like, that people understand, like, what it is, the theatrics, all that. So that's my favorite entrance all time, I think. These characters probably...
Personally, it was my entrance.
Your entrance was good at the free-for-all. Your entrance was really good.
That was way beyond my expectations, and it was a fun day of work.
It was.
I was working. You know,
Greg Albus was good too when he did that.
Who did the Bradley Cooper?
That's Greg Alba.
Okay, yeah.
That was really good.
That was really good.
Yeah. So, anyway, that is.
So the way I love William Bibiani,
Yeah.
he's like, I love him so much.
Dude, he is the king of the free-for-all. 2 free-for-alls back-to-back that
It's
he has
unbelievable.
stood for so long. He still hasn't won one yet, but he's got the number 1 contender shot twice, and he still has his number 1 contender. I think, and this is the thing, and I've told him, Bibiani has heard me say this too, and we both agree. I have known Bibiani for a long time as a critic, right? So then he came in. So when he came into the league, people were terrified because he's so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
He's so
Mind-blowing.
knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And when he came in, I wanted to pitch him as like this kind of menacing villain. So he's like, oh, well, how about I come into the Saw entrance and I'll come in. And he comes in and it was terrifying. And he has this epic match with Mark Andreyko. And I'm like, this guy is just, no one's going to beat him.
Yeah.
So in his second match, he plays JTE and JT upsets the world and beats him, right? But Bibiani's also, he's very, he's a very sentimental guy. He's an emotional guy, and that's why they love him. But he wasn't working as a bad guy because it just doesn't.
That's not
just
who
wasn't,
he is.
It just
Yeah.
no, it just wasn't working. So we had this whole thing happen with him and Roca, and he splits up on the Horsemen. Plus, he wasn't dominating the league the way we thought he was. He was having really bad losses, some good wins. And so if you guys watch WWE and you know about like Mankind, Mick Foley, he took this persona where he was just kind of this goofball. And that's what Bibiani is. He likes to go over theatrics. And I couldn't even get him over in the wrestling term with the crowd when he was with Critically Acclaimed. And him and Whitney, it just wasn't working because Whitney plays so good as a villain, Bibbs doesn't. And then you bring in the kid, Brendan Meyer, who might be the most likable human being in the world.
Yes.
And they have this run together in the free-for-all.
Yes.
Like, let's make him a team. And now I think Bibiani is the most popular he's been because his personality is shining through the kid. The kid has become really popular. So it's good to see that it is very similar to wrestling, to where you watch like the crowd get over.
I have started to, like, I put the bib on my baby and I'll be like, let's put on your bibby. And then like sometimes I'll be like, let's put on your Bibiani. Like I just,
There you go.
for whatever reason,
He
I'm like,
loves that. Trust me, he loves that. Okay.
let's put on your Bibiani.
That's right. Okay, let's
Bibiani.
The Kid, great film.
Sinfinity and Beyond.
Oh.
Who asks, where are we on getting Kevin Smith on the Schmoedown? It's funny, man, because every time I run into Kevin and we talk, he says he wants to do it, but he's a busy dude.
Yeah.
And we had that conversation. I mean, if you go and you watch the interview that Frosty did with him on Collider, Frosty's first question is, when are you going to do the Schmoedown? And he says, I want to do it. I want to compete. I want to be in it. Chris Jericho challenged Smith. So I'm trying my hardest to get that done for next season. I'm going to work hard on it because it's not one of these just random cold calls.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
guy wants to do it.
Yeah.
All right, going through these super chats. So many of them coming in. Please keep them coming. Again, there you go. Thank you. They are coming in hot and heavy here as we are talking with myself and Kate Mulligan and Brett Sheridan. And here's the next question here. Okay. Where is it? When are we going to? Okay. So now ZCM Zombie Custom Maps says, when are you going to have Ben Foster on Collider Live? Can you have Brett interview his doppelganger? You get that a lot, the Ben Foster.
Yeah, I get the
Have
Ben
you seen the
Foster.
Ben? You know who
Yes.
Ben? Okay, you
I
know Ben
absolutely
Foster.
know who Ben Foster is.
Yeah, he could.
And even if anybody didn't, they'd be like, oh, yeah, no, I know who Ben Foster
Yeah,
is.
people do that sometimes, right? Don't they? It's like, oh, you know Johnny Shitpants, right?
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
yeah, no, no. He's a made up character. No, I thought so, but I just want to say anything.
What's his day job?
Yeah,
Ben
wait.
Foster.
You had Dane. You've been with Dane Cook.
Oh yeah, that was.
I've been with him.
You've been
Yeah.
You've had intimate sexual relations with Dane Cook.
Get over here.
So many times.
Which is so weird because, and people have said this too, if you do this long enough, you'll find that whether it's criticisms you've had of certain people and you wind up meeting them, perception can change tremendously, right? I've been vocal in the past, whereas we've seen things with Dane Cook that I hadn't been a huge fan of him in the past. Sat down with him, talked to him for a little bit.
He was so likable
He
in
was
that interview.
very likable
Oh my
in the
God.
interview. He said he's changed. He's looked at himself differently, and he won me over in the interview. And from behind the conversation that we were having behind the scenes that we were talking about, which is really great. The other one is Jai Courtney, right? Jai Courtney had never, not a fan, and I was not a critic of him as a person because I didn't know the man, right? But there were things that he had just done that studio was kind of pushing him as like the overall like leading man, and I don't see it. I don't buy it. I think I didn't like him a lot of things, and I liked him in smaller roles. He's come on Collider Live twice, and dude, he's one of the best interviews ever. He's awesome. He's a good dude. So that kind of perspective changes a lot. But to have you interview Ben Foster, that's pretty amazing.
Or Zach Galifianakis, I get a lot.
That'd be good too. Robin Williams a little bit.
And I actually.
Oh my God, Robin Williams! Jesus, you have so many.
Yeah.
I got that. I mean, that was the most like heartwarming responses I got after the stand-up show was
in New York.
In New York was just like, man, you reminded me of Robin Williams up there, and that just floored me.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, I was
speaking
just
of which, what I want to do is, David, are you able to play clips at all? Not
in
yet.
the future, absolutely.
But not right now. Okay, I don't just because. So Jamie Costa, I ran into the other day. Have you met Jamie yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I would love to have you and Jamie on at the same time because I think that's a fun.
That's
the
he
Robin
did the
Williams,
voice. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God, this guy's a genius.
So what I would like to do with another Super Chat show, I think would be a lot of fun, is that the fans get to pick the scenarios. Like even if it's like you're not doing an impression, right?
Yeah.
It's like Robin Williams walks into Brett at a convenience store and they bump into Gary Busey, like that kind of shit. I want to do those kind of scenarios. I think for the fans.
You can also have him do the voice and Brett just has to be the ventriloquist.
Yeah.
Doll.
What do you
Happy.
You used to do impressions, didn't you? Who did you used to do on the stage? No one.
I mean, I'll tell
Katie
you what.
Holmes, wasn't it Katie Holmes?
Yeah, maybe like.
Yeah, it was Katie Holmes.
But also like Britney. It was
Britney.
Yeah,
Right.
I did like Britney ordering a Starbucks.
True or false? Britney Spears follows the movie Trivia Schmoedown on Twitter.
Ooh, false.
False.
That is true. I don't know how, but it's true.
It's
If you go-
true.
It is. She follows us on. I don't know how that is, but it's John Cena follows us too. I don't know how. And you send him a DM, they tell you the response is go fuck yourself. Okay. So Anthony Mullen says, "What happened to the Schmoedown phone game?"
Yeah.
What was the Schmoedown phone game?
No idea. But I want to know what happened to it.
What is the Schmoedown phone game? I don't remember what it is. What happened to the Schmoedown phone? Oh, I know what he means. He means the app.
Oh,
He means the app.
the game.
He
Yeah.
means the app. The app. It's just like, yeah. So let's play a game. Schmoedown. Hey, Schmoedown. Hey, what are we doing? Playing a Schmoedown game. I don't know what that was. We're doing your
Yeah, my
move.
best. Hey.
Anyway, the Schmoedown game. It's the app. It goes back to everything I've been saying here today. I want to go in 2020. I want to reevaluate and say, listen, look at what the Schmoedown Network is doing right now. Look at the shows that we have. Look at the way that we're just. We're adding to everything. We're going on more tours. We're doing more things. David had a fucking great idea beforehand of things that we can do to expand our live show presence that we don't have to necessarily, if we're going to do a big show, we can do, live meet and greets with people. We can do certain things. We can bring this show on the road. We can do certain things next year that because of this Super Chat network, we'll be able to do more of. So if one of those things is again, being able to expand this, do more programming. I think it's going to be. I don't know. It's a brand. It's exciting. It's exciting.
I think I've been getting better at meeting and greeting.
You're getting me.
I've been getting better at like not being so awkward. But everybody prefaces it with, "I know you don't feel comfortable with this."
Now they just do that, yeah.
And they always start with that. But I just wanted to say,
But
I really like.
that's good.
They're
Taking your comfortability, and
Yeah,
that's the thing. Now that you are getting comfortable with it, and now that people understand what we're doing, to be able to bring back that app next year and bring it to like Android, it's something that we're gonna try to do for sure.
Also, I feel like that's the charm of you too.
Yeah.
Is that like you feel like you just feel like a guy that we all know.
Yeah,
Right.
and
You
I
know,
go
And
like,
he's awkward as fuck.
And he's awkward as fuck.
but I'm
you
like,
know?
why do you want to talk to me?
But I also love the way you said that. You're like, I'm getting much better at meeting and greeting.
Meeting and greeting people.
It's I'm getting
Hello.
better at it.
Do you like my lavender shirt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kyle Stewart, who says, "Okay, maybe Kate is crazy."
Kyle. Dare you. That's me ripping your balls. Sorry, I touched the microphone,
Poor Kyle.
Kristian.
That's okay.
Kyle, just kidding. Thank you for the money.
All right. T. Goslin. I just got here, but I couldn't be happier to see Kate and Brett together. They're my two favorites.
Oh,
I love Kristian
wait,
too.
did you Wait, are you the one that wanted to see us on a sitcom? There was somebody who
You know, it'd
commented.
be great if I could finish these things.
Sorry.
You know, that would just be great.
Oh,
But
man.
even though you want to go ahead and you just want to run your gums. Just got here, but I couldn't be happier to see Kate and Brett together, my two favorites. I love Kristian too, but that's a given. Thank you. Kate, comments?
Why is it a given?
No, I would say fuck that guy. You're just saying that so we can take his,
I
take his
like
question.
Kristian, but everybody loves
everyone.
Kristian.
Daddy, am I out of pause yet?
Yes.
We're still figuring this out.
And you're back. No, you're fine. Okay, listen. There's some more.
Also, don't touch
Suge
the
Knight is
microphone.
back.
Oh.
And this time he says, can we talk about how great Over the Top is? Are you kidding me? I will do a full podcast on Over the Top.
I could show that one to my 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Can
ready
you-
for that.
Now, that's probably past your...
Yeah, I got nothing.
Can you... Do you know the movie pretty well?
I'm not that well.
Do you know his character's name?
No, I do not.
Lincoln Hawk.
Lincoln Hawk.
Sure is. I know that movie very well, ladies and gentlemen. I love Over
But I
the Top.
know he has
Great
a-
movie, underrated.
Yeah, I know he has a tumultuous relationship with his son.
With his
I
son.
know.
Well, have you ever seen Real Steel? The movie Real Steel? Have you ever
possibly.
seen Real Steel? You people are missing out on some
I
good
could
movies
have.
there.
Remember, I don't remember a lot of things
Real
that
Steel
I...
is 2011. It's Hugh Jackman.
Oh.
And it's essentially over the top. It's the story over the top. It's just
yeah.
it takes place in the future with fucking robots. People
Oh.
thought it was the Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Oh,
but it
no,
wasn't.
I didn't
I
see
have
that,
those.
but
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a great
I
movie.
possess Rock'em Sock'ems.
Do you still have them?
No, we got them for my son.
Yeah.
It's from Toy Story 2.
So you still have them?
Yeah, yes, but I'm saying it's not that I still have them. We
No.
recently
Yeah,
purchased them.
it's
You
a
know,
very
yeah.
violent toy.
But it's
Yeah,
awesome.
Shame on you. You're a horrible.
Yeah, that's true. There's going to be a tweet about that from somebody I don't know who, but they've already tweeted out
You're
about it.
promoting robot violence.
It's another thing, by the way, that I'm very excited with this network. Is that this network is just going to be us shooting the shit, and if you don't like what we're talking about, I really don't care. It's one of those things that I think that we need to play. I was talking to Shawn Waynes today, right? And the guy was so right. He's like
The Shawn Waynes, everybody should know.
the Shawn Waynes. Well, I don't name drop that I was talking to him in my kitchen. We had him on Claire Live, and
Yeah.
but it was just what he was talking about. It's just like it's not fun for comedians anymore. It's like it's too hard. It's like That's not this space. This space, this network is going to be us shooting the shit about whatever we want, and you can choose whether you want to watch it or not. You can donate or not. You cannot. And like it's one of those things that it's like this is just an independently run network. Shooting the shit with you guys, talking some smack. There's going to be some jokes that you don't like. We're going to make some cracks on some stuff. We're going to do some stuff. You want to complain about it on Twitter? Go ahead. But at this point, we got to get past this culture that we're doing that, and this network is going to be part of that.
I
So-
love that this is perfect for my just brain that is just like this, because it's like we switch subjects so fast,
Yeah.
and it's just it's so perfect for the rambling that's going on constantly in
Are
my
you being
brain.
facetious? Or
No,
you
no,
being-
I love it. No, I love it. It's like
You've
like
never
we're
been more
jumping.
Robin
It's just like,
Williams.
oh, we're talking about wrestling. Oh, no, we're not anymore. No, okay, now I
Baseball,
can jump
baseball.
in.
Right.
Baseball.
But that's why this show, you're perfect for this type of show. This
Yeah, I
like
love it.
the Q&A, just
No
talk the
joke.
shit.
I'm not messing around.
No, this is it.
Awesome.
And this is
the
what I
cool
want to,
thing.
again, to reiterate, like, this is, and I'm going through all these Super Chat questions. We're going to go through all of them. And when you guys submit these questions and when you put them in there, too, like, be aware when you put that in. You can put a little longer one in there and say things that you hope to see down the road, things that you have. Do you like the Q&A format? Put that in your Super Chat question. When you put that in there, your next one, your Super Chat thing, ask your question, but also say, and to answer your question, we like the Q&A format. We would like to see, because I know sometimes people want to see just more, let's get to one particular topic and hit it.
Yeah.
That stuff's going to come. That's not yet. For the first 2 or 3 weeks, we want to do things like this, because especially when you have someone on like Brett and Kate, because we've been friends for so long. I've known Kate for over 15 years
I
now.
know, it's crazy.
Known Brett for over 20 years. We can just crack.
Okay, you win.
Yeah, he wins. It's true. I've known Brett the longest out of anybody in Los Angeles. I think Brett.
Except
Over
for
Riley?
Finstock,
over
right?
Riley. I met what?
Except for Finstock. Did
No.
you go to college with him or
Nope.
no?
I knew Finstock. I met Finstock through my buddy Mike Citizen.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, Mike's out here, but
Yeah.
but I mean, so Mike is. I guess Mike would count, and Adam Winkleman,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But I mean, people that I've met in L.A.
Yeah.
I've known him. I met him in 1999.
Oh, yeah, we
Room
didn't know each
5.
other till the 2000s.
No.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, here we go. Let's get back into some stuff here because there's a lot of it, and I'm so excited for you guys. Thank you. Okay. Oinkle Boinkle? No. Oink Borgny says, just wanted to say thank you for all the entertainment the Schmoes and Collider have provided us over so many years, and good luck with SEN. Thank you. This is the
so
kind of
nice.
stuff I'm talking about. This is like the
nice.
support that we're getting from you guys is just overwhelming, and we're going to be doing more and more and more of these things. Jeremiah Morris. I called it last stream where you guys are streaming from. Well, all right. Thank you. Benzo, would you guys ever do a true crime podcast? I tell you what, I wouldn't because I don't watch them. But that's not to say that the network wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I think, and there's no fucking way that I want you to do it. I don't need you watching that shit. You lose your fucking mind. You get so affected by everything. I don't want you to do it. Guy comes out of a Pixar movie, bawling like a baby. Did I ever tell you the Moulin Rouge story?
No.
Can I tell that story? So
I can't believe this is about Moulin Rouge.
Yes.
this is about Moulin Rouge. So we'll get into the true crime in a second. Someone stole some popcorn at true crime. We go. He had just had this devastating breakup with this girl. I mean, he was when Brett falls deep.
Yeah.
Good guy.
But that's what's so.
Yeah.
Dives
I
deep,
know.
and he was really into this girl. He calls me up. He's like, he's devastated. I said, let's go to see a movie, get your mind off it. Took him to Moulin Rouge.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Kristian. Oh, God.
Me, like that. The music's wonderful. Shoving popcorn in my face, and he's bawling. I'm like, it's good, right? It's like, it was
Just like absolute worst possible.
ever.
But it was so funny that it actually did help me.
Yeah.
I'm about ready to cry.
Oh,
That was so long ago.
The movie
Oh my God.
the movie that helped me was right after, because I've made it public about, I had an ex-girlfriend that cheated on me, right? And I ended it right afterwards. I'm pretty much like, trust broke, you're out.
Yeah.
So my buddy Mike Citizen, he's like, let's go see a movie. We're gonna see. And I said, let's go see Closer, right? Which is all about people
God.
just fucking around.
Yeah.
And then we're watching. My buddy's like, you sure you want to watch this? Like, oh yeah. So then they have that scene with Clive Owen and Julia Roberts, and I felt like I was rooting for the Yankees, right? and he goes up at one point, and he's just like, and I just watched the scene recently, and he's just like asking her all these gritty details about what happened, right? And then she's like, so why do you want to know all this stuff? Because I'm a fucking caveman!
Yes.
Screaming at her, and he's like, did it come on your face? He's screaming all this. She's like, yes. And he goes, there you go. And he goes, like, how does this come taste? She goes, not as sweeter than yours. And he goes, that's it. That's the spirit. Now fuck off and die, you fucked up slag. And I go, yeah! Like in the middle of the theater, and there's this old lady like, that's bizarre. So anyway, I don't know how we got down that path. Oh, the true crime.
True crime.
True crime. I think Riley would be great. I'd probably have to be a weekend show.
Yeah.
But I think it's not out of the realm. This is what I'm saying. Now it's on. Perfect example. You know when you're sitting in a room with a bunch of people, if you're working at a job, and there's like a think tank, right?
Yeah.
And the think tank is like, and some guy says, what if we do this? And it turns out to be the biggest fucking idea that they have. Yeah. So this guy here that just brought the Benzo brings up true crime, and we're talking about it now, something I never thought of, and what it becomes like the biggest show on the network because Benzo put in $1.99 and got his idea.
Benzo,
Yeah.
That's
go
the type
ahead
of stuff. Yes.
and request your royalties for that
I
for
know,
right now.
no,
Benzo.
seriously, but keep trying to do it. And
No,
this is the kind of thing. Before we go to, I'm gonna go back to this. I'm going to go back to the Streamlabs. We're back at Streamlabs. Oh, no. Streamlabs is the same one. So head on over also, guys, to streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. If you want to try that computer voice, it's still available to disrupt the show. You can do that, but I'll go back to the Super Chats. And, man, there are so many different... You guys are crushing it. Good Lord. All right, let me keep going. Wow. Okay, so Sinfinity and Beyond says, since we know where you guys stream, how about an all squirrel podcast? I would like to do mock podcasts, by the way, like meaning that if we did, because I guarantee, especially the three lunatics in the room right now, if we did it like, so Kate, I have a question. What is it about the fat blue-haired squirrel that makes it so devastatingly vicious?
So, well, at least my research, it's Holly Hunter, by the way. My research up to this point shows that not only the fatter the squirrel gets, they have an anger gland.
Right.
And the anger gland gets fatter. Now, the fact that they're blue, they get sort of ostracized from the other squirrels.
Oh, interesting.
And Sorry, what was the?
Somebody
Yeah.
just paid $50 to never see that again.
It goes no. It goes back to basically she has this. That character has the same problem you do. Why do I work in the art gallery? All right, amazing. Okay, so Connor's story: is there a right age to get married? I have many engaged friends, and I'm feeling a little pressure. My girlfriend and I have 5 years, are in no rush, though. Good for you.
Yep.
Do not be in a rush. If she's not in a rush, then you don't be in a rush. Don't get married because your friends are. That is the biggest disaster of all time. Yep. I will tell you, a lot of my friends in Queens and Bayside, like people got married so freaking young because they were supposed to. I just had dinner with my friend not too long ago, and she's getting divorced, right? Because she was miserable. She got married because she was supposed to get married, and she did not want to be married. She got married because she was just miserable. I mean, because they told her, well, that's what you're supposed to do, and she didn't go out and live life the way she's supposed to. You find someone that you're with, and for 5 years you're happy. She doesn't want to get married. You don't want to get married. Don't do it. However, you find out next couple of months, let's do this thing. Then do it.
I'm going to play devil's advocate a little, just a little. I will say, it depends on, I do think there's an age thing. So like if Connor story, if you are like, let's say in your 40s, you've been with them since you're 35. A of all. Ew. JK. Yeah. No, but I do feel like there is something. It's like if you've been with somebody for 5 years and you're not still in your early 20s or whatever, what is the holdup? Because, and I'm not saying that everybody should be married in their 40s or 30s, but I guess what I'm saying is there a reason why you haven't pulled that trigger yet? Maybe you don't believe in marriage. Good for you. That's great. Does your partner feel that way? This seems mutual. Exactly. No, but I'm saying like as long as it is mutual. Because a lot of times I feel like as the resident woman in the room.
True. Well, we don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know. But I would say that a lot of times we pretend to play it cooler than we actually. Right. I shouldn't speak for women.
Well,
I have played it. Played it cool in the past.
I see what you're saying.
You know, it's cool. I don't care if we have kids or not.
Right. Yeah. Well, you got to be honest though. You got to make sure. You got to read your lady and make sure that you know that she's like legit. That 5-year thing, like, and it also depends on how old you are.
Do you live together? That's the question too. I believe in this day and age, you need to live together for a little bit to test that out because that's a huge. And you also need to build IKEA furniture together.
That's the truth.
Then, if you can do that, live together, build one piece of IKEA furniture, and move a couch up some stairs, you're done.
Well, I don't know.
You should get married.
Well, I don't know how I did it then because I can't.
Turn it to the left.
Exactly.
Who's left? My left.
All right.
What's with all these extra pieces? There's never extra pieces.
There are always extra pieces. Are you kidding? There are always extra pieces.
It's always the wooden cylinder.
And the stupid little. No, all right. You know better than we do.
Yeah, I guess you would.
Anthony Crotty says.
Anthony Crotty, that's my pal from Ireland.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Hi, Anthony.
Brett is awesome. Oh. I love the show, Kristian, and best of luck with the new network. P.S. Fuck Kate. No.
Hey, that's my friend.
That's my
Brett,
friend.
you're my favorite. Oh.
I always know we're doing good because I can hear David chuckle for a second.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, I like that one. I like that one. But yeah, so let's see. Anyway, love the show.
My Instagram friend.
No, he's great. And
he's a great guy.
Look, thank you guys. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you to all you guys. And man, these super chats, they keep on coming in. And like I said before, streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. You can ask questions over there. Also, I'm going back and forth. You can go over to streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. You can add some fun things. I think that you also see that there's a brand new look. David's been adding some new things. So every time that there's a super chat, something pops up. We're going to be adding some new trinkets to every single week. Like I told you, if you're just joining, the goal is to do one this week, maybe one or two next week, and we'll see if we can do more than one or two the following week. But the goal is that once, because David, again, he's a musician, once he's back he's touring in Europe, and once he's back from Europe, we will take this network full steam ahead and doing a whole bunch of different shows for you all, and I'll have a better gauge of an understanding of how much budget we have and who I can bring on, because the other thing is a lot of people live in the Valley. So in order, like if I want to get like a Roxy Strider to do a show and do something on the network, I just can't say, hey, Roxy, come out and do something for free. I got to be able to say, hey, I'll give you a percentage of the super chat to do it, make it worth your while. And if the shows are doing what they're like doing today and the week before, then I know that I can bring in the talent that you guys want to see. And the flip side of that is that when I put the show on the air and you guys don't contribute and you don't want to see it, basically let me know, okay, this is not the show that you guys want. So next time, like, it seems to me that you like the show of me and Kate and Brett shooting the shit. Is that accurate? Please keep on.
No. Don't answer that,
Yeah,
actually.
please keep the super
Brett's
chat.
sensitive, so am I.
Keep the super chats coming.
say yes.
Because we got time. Like
Roddy likes me.
oh yeah, he does. Last time we had, because Ellis had to go a little earlier last week, but we all want to escape our families, so we're here today too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ellis had to go not have a job.
Yeah.
What was he busy with?
That's right. Okay, so
Stand-up's not till night.
here's the next one.
Wait, real quick. David, where are you
hello,
going?
hello,
Where are you
hello.
going in Europe? It's a whole continent, so.
Okay, so I think I'm flying into Berlin, and I've got 10 shows across 7 countries.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
He's a badass.
I just finished 28 cities of the United States, did over 10,000 miles, and had 28 shows.
Oh my god. What are
I'm
you
telling
doing
you, dude.
here?
He's
What are you hanging out with us for?
he believes in the cause.
I
Yeah.
do. It's pretty badass. Berlin, Prague, Munich, Rome, Paris, Cologne, Amsterdam, Glasgow, Manchester,
Holy
London.
He's a lunatic. I love it. I'm telling you, man. Like this is why I believe, and I guess I'm fighting for a cause here for a reason, because it just seems like the right things fall into place, right? I found my friends again, where you guys, like, talent-wise, we know that. The crew, I mentioned Eric, Nerd Chronic, amazing. My friend Aaron, who cuts stuff for us, right? The entire crew of that, and Copster and Adam Smith and RB3 and all these wonderful people that we have on staff, and Brandon and Ben, everybody that we have over there, and just finding people like David and Ben, it just seems like it's all working, and that's why this to me, it's just, I don't know, man. It just seems to be the way to go
we
right
have
now.
similar lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
The 3 soccer games last weekend.
Yeah. Okay, here's the next one. Okay. Zach Anderson. I'm currently a starting open micer. I am having trouble finding my voice in stand-up. Any advice? Yes, all 3 of us, we will give you the advice here on this one. First of all, I don't know where you are, Zach. Now, this is the reason I asked that, is there's different places that are better for stand-up than others. I mean, obviously, if you want to make it a career, the 2 places that you go are either New York or Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But I started in Tallahassee, of all places, in Florida. The main thing is finding a place to get up and finding your voice. The main thing for stand-up comedians, and I think that everyone in this room will agree, please disagree if you don't agree with me, and that is...
I disagree.
Thank you. It's not about that first year of stand-up comedy. It is not about your jokes. You should have jokes, but it's not about your jokes. It's about being comfortable on stage. You have to own that stage and feel it. Like the perfect example to this, though, too, and it's that I didn't know how I would feel. I hadn't been on stage in front of a crowd to do stand-up in probably 11 years when I went to New York. It didn't feel any different than I was. I mean, the initial butterflies getting back up there, and when I went up, because I've gotten to a place in my career that I don't feel eyes on me, I feel an energy. Like, I know you've got to be like a composer. You've got to compose the energy to say, when you're up there, like, okay, I have the joke. Okay, that worked. Now I got to go into this one. I got to flow, and you make a move. But to find that, you have to put in the work, and it's got to be at a gym, and you have to work and work and work to find out, okay, that worked. The way I said that particular word, the way I moved my body that way, because that's who I am. That's what I do. Don't try to be someone else that you're not. What would you say?
I would say, I mean, I guess the real question is, why are you doing it? Because something I realized is that, like, I came from the improv world. I did Second City in Chicago. I took the classes. I wasn't like I performed there, but I like the job. I did Second City. I did improv all through college. So when I got out to LA, I was like, well, I already did improv where you're supposed to do improv. I'm like, I really feel like I needed something that was going to scare the shit out of me, because I felt like I was just playing everything so safe. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get on stage by myself, because improv, everybody on the stage makes each other look good.
Right.
That's
You have to.
at least
You
that's
have
what you're
to.
trying to
Right.
do, right? So stand up, if you fail, that shit is yours.
Right.
And if you succeed, that shit is yours.
Right.
So for me, it's sort of like, okay, if you're having trouble finding your voice, so what's the reason you want to get up and do stand up? Do you have something to say? Is it that you find the stage intoxicating? Because I also have found that, like, there's other there's other ways to be funny too, So, like, if you're having trouble finding your voice, it also may be like, maybe you're a great writer.
Yeah.
Maybe you're great at doing comic strips. There's other avenues. I'm not trying to discourage this guy at all, or lady, I don't know who it was, sorry, from doing it. But for me, I sort of feel like you got
Zach.
Zach. You know, when you're right, like, you know, it could be like it's not the right medium for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or very well might be. You just
It may be,
but you
exactly.
need to discover
Like,
that
in terms of
and,
fun, yeah.
Yeah, and that would be more. Do it as many times as
And
possible.
you have to die on stage
Yes.
a few times.
Yes.
You can do the same set in one scenario and then get nary a laugh
Yes.
the next day, and it will destroy you. And if you can come back from that and keep doing it, and then you go, oh, I needed to twist it here and here and here, and you do have to love it. And the thing is, I don't know back then if I didn't have my tunnel vision on it. I was like a little sketch here. I was auditioning for TV shows.
That's where we split paths for a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of got in. I was booking commercials. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm making money.
Yeah.
I didn't
I'll
have
take that money.
and I did sketch. I did
Yeah.
sketch because I'm scared of taking the fall for myself. Sketch was a group effort, and my dream was always to be on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
So hopefully I don't say any racist or homophobic things on this show and get hired and then get
And then
fired immediately.
That's right.
So yeah, I mean, you do have to love it because it is a hustle.
It is.
I mean,
yeah. All right. Well, hopefully, help you out.
Also,
the other way.
open mics too are not the like if nobody's laughing in an open mic, it doesn't mean you're not funny.
No.
No.
It's
'cause
only other
just
comedians
watching, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
true.
like a warm, supportive
No.
environment.
The
so.
great Kristen Smith, big advocate of this
Oh,
of this network and of this show, and she's check her out on all the wonderful shows that she does. She's awesome. Kristen Smith. Shout out to Mama Sheridan, who was in the live chat, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the show of you guys shooting the shit.
All right, I want to see what that. So we just got disrupted, and that is excuse me, Jay Goldeneyes. Jay Goldeneyes, who, if you heard that computer voice, it is accurate that we like the show of you guys shooting the shit. There it is.
accurate.
Okay, and then Frank Torres also on this side said, "How about a Josh McCouga and Winston Marshall segment of them reacting to scary shit?" That would be a lot of fun. But again, McCouga's a full-time employee over at Collider, so it's harder to get a bunch of those shows off the ground right away. But Winston Marshall will be doing a lot of stuff on this network. I talked to him recently. Ken McDowell says, I didn't start watching you guys until the Collider days in 2017. It breaks my heart that I missed all the great content you guys had before you hit Collider, but I look forward to all the great content that you'll be making in the future. And that's the positive way to look at it, my friend. Ken, thank you for joining us over here, by the way, and thank you for joining us over at streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. A lot of people going over there to ask some questions also. And yeah, man, we're going to be doing some great stuff. And like I said, you guys are the executives. You guys are letting us know. Perfect. We have that computer voice of Jay Goldeneye saying it's accurate that we like you guys shooting the shit. Whew. Well, we're going to shoot the shit. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to shoot back over to the super chat.
I want to just say, I don't think my mom realizes how many things you're scrolling through because
Yeah.
she said, Ellis didn't say my question. I'm like, well, no, we're saying the ones that people are paying for.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love you, honey.
Well,
but he's trying to get
I'm getting through everything because it's like I said, it's
I love that your mom's watching.
yeah.
Oh, she's my biggest fan.
And well, can I also say, have you ever had anybody say anything negative about you? You were the easiest to like person on the
Oh
planet.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the schmo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When
in
you
the
first,
early
early
ones,
Schmoes
and
days.
it was very crushing. They
they didn't know you.
Yeah.
they didn't know you. Now they love
You
you.
were
You
the
don't get it.
nicest-
I
Just,
reviewed
like,
this
the-
film, and it was Interstellar, and somebody
Oh.
just told me to fuck off and die. Like,
yeah.
because I was like, I
Well,
didn't really like it.
but that's a good point though. Not that you should fuck off and die, but because
Yeah, that is a good point.
No, the
Fuck
point.
off and
the
die.
point is when you came in because I needed to try to find a way in for Brett over on the Collider side of things because it's a movie-based thing.
Yes, yeah.
This is not that.
Yeah.
This is not that. This is because again, we're not in competition. I'm on the fucking network. I'm a host of Collider Live and I'm on Jedi Council. This is a very different show. This is a show where like for what Collider Live is for the first like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
This is going to be just that. And because of you guys, we'll be doing more and more stuff to where Brett will be comfortable, Kate will be comfortable, and we're going to keep doing this. So keep it on, guys. Okay, Paige Chowdhury. Kristian, how are you today? I'm well, thank you so much. I hope to see you in Orlando, the VIP. Well, I will be there if you will be there. And I'm always praying that you get a sponsorship for a long career. Many happy blessings. Yes,
Oh,
I am
Paige.
also hoping for that, but I have taken it upon myself to where, and again, kudos to John Campia, to where I sat down with John and we talked about it, because John, when he left Collider, he really he took the bull by the horns, and he made his own thing, and he started, like, he really used Super Chat for a way, and I started asking him questions about it, and he gave me, I mean, he was the one who told me about these cameras and gave me some advice and things that we were talking about, and then I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, no one's ever really done a Super Chat network. And if the fans understand it, because I have found that with everything that I've done, if you tell the fans right away what you're doing and how you want to do it, and you're upfront with them, they want to help you and they want to do it with you, because they want to feel like they're getting something. Because they're not, when you put in the $5 that they're putting in, they're not getting, it's like, okay, we just dumped in money, I'm out, I don't know what I spent money on. You're getting the content, you're getting the understanding. You also know that not only do we just talk about what you wanted us to talk about, that money is now oh wait, they're finally going to London? Yeah, because you were able to do what you've been doing. And the fact that I don't contribute to Patreon, but I threw down $20 today. Why? Because I wanted to hear him talk about this, and then I realized that's going to go there. Yeah. And I think that's why I said I don't worry about a sponsor right now. We get a sponsor, it'd be fantastic, and David's also helping with that too. Yeah. We want a sponsor.
If there are any sponsors out there,
I know, but we want to. But the other thing is
baseball. If you're willing to,
baseballs, all of baseball.
Sponsors. I love baseball.
Yeah. Okay. Keep the super chats coming, because we're answering all of them.
Such a nice message from Paige.
It was soggy mini muffins, one of my favorite ones so far. Very happy that Dane Cook won you over from behind. Yeah, I knew that someone was going to point that out when I said that. Yeah, it's true. It's true. He's got a very large penis. All right, Jim Mason, win a goldfish here. Win a goldfish here. Seriously, I love what you all are doing with the SEN. I would love to see Jay Washington and Winston Marshall do their nerd reviews here. They're a riot. I would love to have both Jay Washington and Winston on here. I don't know about doing their nerd reviews, because that's their thing. That's their channel. So they're going to stay on their channel. I want to take content away from them. But if they want to do something over here, we're going to have a lot of conversations. The way that this is going to work, and you also, that I want to be transparent with everybody too. This is a marathon. Okay, it's not a race. So you got to realize that we are going to start with shows like this and gradual 1, 2 a week, 3 a week. And then once we say, okay, look, here's another show that we're going to bring another person on. We want you to get used to us first, right? And then we bring more people on. So hopefully in 6-7 months from now, we're really thriving. And then you got a lot of those shows that you want.
And then at the end of it, we'll vomit and say our legs hurt.
Yes.
Because it's a marathon.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
That's right.
Or poop ourselves.
Is this our boy? Is this our boy Saul? I hope so. It is definitely Saul, because he says, if
read
there,
it like him. Please read it in his voice.
I can't really do it. I guess I try to do it like this. Hey guys,
yeah, that's really good.
If there was a Schmoedown phone game, I'd love to rule at it. All right. Hey guys, that's me, Saul.
Hey guys, it's Saul.
It's Saul. Yeah. Hey guys. Yeah. Listen, if there's ever a Schmoedown phone game, I'd like to rule it all. All right. Thanks. I look like Conor McGregor. Absolutely. That's something. Is that possible, David? Do we get like Skype phone lines down the line?
Absolutely. We
Okay,
can do
look at
phone
that.
lines,
So Saul. See, I think he just put in more money because he just found it out. David B. Music. Our good friend David B. Another. I just talked about Nerd Chronic. David B. we found from Collider Live, right? And he's done theme songs for Corruption, which is amazing. He's done all these wonderful things. So now David B. Music says, so when are you three coming to Houston? Torchies on me. Have you guys had Torchies, by the way? Did you go? You went to Houston, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to Houston.
Oh, dude.
I locked myself in a hotel room and did my act over and over in my head for one of the days.
That's right. Of course you did. Torchies on me, but only one taco each. Maybe
I
some
did
queso
have a
dip.
Whata burger. Is that how you say it? A Whata burger?
Well, you know,
A Whataburger.
a Whataburger. Yeah, I didn't really
A
like it.
Whataburger.
But David B brings up something here. So when he says, "So when are you three coming to Houston?"
Yeah.
So let's say myself, Kate, and Brett start doing more of these types of shows. Let's say we put them up there. We do 2 a week.
Okay.
Right. So we do 2
You
a
can't
week.
scare a whore with a dick.
David just panicked on that one.
Please save that sound bite.
That's in fairness, that's an Israeli expression. I just borrow it.
Like
Okay,
I
so
said,
2 shows a week.
So let's say we do 2 to 3 shows a week.
Yeah.
Then what this shows with David B Music, my idea, what I would like to do is, because right now Schmoedown is the top thing that people want to see a tour. But what if I said, hey, $15-20, we're going to be at the Houston Improv. It's going to be me, Kate, and Brett.
Heaven.
And we're going to do this show.
Yeah.
We're just going to do this show. And I think that we'll start to get more. I think as we build more content, more audience, because like I said, I am very aware that not everybody loves the Schmoedown. Not everybody's a big fan of the Schmoedown, but you like the personalities on it. And you want to see us talk about more stuff. So the super chats that are coming in, and they are coming in fast and furious, and I cannot thank you enough for that. They are building this network. So David, yeah, that's something I want to do. And I want to get back there because Booker T is one of my favorite humans in the world. Jake Iyer. Hey, Kristian. Just checking in to see how your epic struggle with the squirrels are going. Not too bad recently. Not too bad, these little bastards. I think that they know to...
Who's the boss?
I think they know at this point. But I haven't. I had a real fat one the other day just kind of look at me and go, yeah? And I looked at him back and I was like, dude, I'm exhausted. And then he just left. But they're not as bad anymore. They're not as bad. Okay, let's see. Jaw movies. Oh, I love Jaw movies. Albert. Another guy, if you have not checked out Albert, Jaw Movies, his reactions, so you know that they have there's a community of fans that do reaction videos. That's where we found it Late to the Party and dedicated to art. It's a really great reaction channel. So this guy, Albert, I love this kid. I think he's Indonesian, and I believe. And he... just pure love for the Schmoedown. Just pure love, but he watches it like a true sports fan that I envisioned that we could find, and we found him, and I love Albert. Please go and check out Jaw Movies. It's a great reaction channel. And if you're watching this and you never heard of him, please go and let him know that you found him through this stream. So Albert says, love the show's design, guys. I want to ask you, do you collect anything? I accidentally became a Funko Pop collector. I thought I might ask about this. Blu-rays were a big thing. I do have a lot of those, but I got a lot of those as gifts.
I know.
And I like a lot of these figures and
Arya
stuff
Stark.
too. I'm like a sloppy collector. What I used to collect back in the day that I loved was G.I. Joe comics when they were great. When they were made by Marvel. Oh man, loved them. But I got a lot of cool shit in the garage. You?
I used to think everything that I was saving was going to be worth a ton of money someday. And I never
Yeah.
saved the right stuff because if you save stuff in the 80s like Transformers and stuff like that, everybody had Transformers, so they're worth nothing. Yeah. And I was saving to have some sort of worth, I guess, or whatever. I think the only thing was with when my son was little, we did Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels and stuff like that, and that was kind of our fun little thing that we did together, and he doesn't do it.
Oh, Kate. Men's briefs.
I collect men's briefs, but only the men that I've slept with. So
that's why
I had to rent a house to keep those all out.
Oh,
JK, Brett's mom.
This is a filthy show.
But I have to say, my I never was into Legos, and now my son's. Oh my God, I'm like, how did I miss Legos? How did I miss? I'll get him a Lego set, and he just wants to be creative, and I'm like, no, but it's gonna actually be BB-8. We gotta put it together right.
Yeah.
So I'll probably hang on to those. I keep the instructions in a Ziploc bag.
Lego's a tough one because they're expensive, and you get it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give my son this $100 Lego set.
Yes.
It's just one for Christmas. He puts it together in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that was supposed to buy me more
that was
time.
the BB-8, and I'm like,
yeah.
So you're done. You're done. Can you tear it apart?
Do it again.
I'm
not doing it blindfolded.
Do it blindfold. That would be exceptional to see. Sinfinity and Beyond coming back. Every time I play along with the Schmoedown, I kill it. How does one join a fan league? I'll compete when you decide to come to Toronto. All right. So fan leagues, you'd probably have to. I would recommend reaching out to Sandy Robinson, who runs Full Metal Trivia. Now, I had mentioned this on the last live stream. Next season, nothing is confirmed yet, but we're looking and attempting to make an official Schmoedown minor leagues. That is something that we actively are pursuing and want to do. Broken record. It's all about budget. It's all about being able to develop that to make sure that we can find new people. Another way to do it, this is, you're in Toronto, you probably can't do this, but when we go to Orlando on October 19th, we are going to give the fans an opportunity. If you buy a ticket, once we get to 500 tickets, that you'll be placed into a raffle, and 4 people will be chosen. The winner of that Fatal 4-Way, which we will do in the pre-show at the Schmoedown, will get flown to Los Angeles, and you'll get a match inside of the Schmoedown. So that is an opportunity that we're providing for the Orlando people, but it's not to say that we will not do it. Canada, Toronto's somewhere I want to go. I want to go, but it's just it's still Toronto. It's international.
Yes.
So it's harder to fly everybody over.
You got to get your real ID.
Yeah.
But no, you know, so you got to
Real
real
ID.
ID. You know what's funny about that though is that
Oh yeah.
for
What's the deadline for that?
It's
For the real
2020,
ID?
October
okay,
2020.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
but one of the things that you can do now on this network that you couldn't do in the past, you can do something. If I had an all day, let's say we did something, and that wouldn't be all of us because our asses would get numb on this chair. But if we did like an all day thing, let's say we told the fans, listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do an all day stream, and our goal is X.
Yeah.
If we hit that goal, we're going to the UK. Or we're going to Toronto, because that would be for that particular thing. Then they would know exactly what we're going for and why we're doing that. So that's not out of the realm of possibility next season.
We
So
need
Do you also feel
catheters,
like-
but I think, other than that,
what is that?
catheters for
catheters.
that
yeah,
one.
for
But
sure,
yeah.
I know. What do you feel like? Like in Spain with or somebody doing like a 3-card Monty, and they make you think you're really good at it, and you're like watching it, and then they're like, come on, give me $5, play." And like then they annihilate you. Not 3-card Monty, the thing with the balls.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they,
I
like,
got
all the
scammed
Do you
in
feel
the
like Schmoedown's like that, where like you watch it, there's no pressure, and you're like, I know this.
Oh, it happens all the time.
It happens like, and then
people
all of a
oh,
sudden
yeah, they
you're like
think
on the spot,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like
they think that they can get. I can't tell you how many people have been like, "Oh, I can play. I annihilate." And I've had some people. I won't mention names that said they were going to come in and
William
crush. and-
Bibiani.
No, Bibiani did crush,
kidding, I'm
but got smashed in their first match. And
I
they
was
had to-
killing it in the audience during
I
the
know this is
free-for-all.
what I'm saying.
How
I
many did you
feel
get
like
right? And when you're up there?
I mean, not a lot, but I mean, I was
many would you
killing it
say?
in terms of myself.
I know, but I'm saying when you're
At
on
least
stage,
one or two on when I was
On
on
the
stage. Yeah.
how many did you get right?
A big goose egg. But I got ones that other people didn't.
Yeah.
I mentioned it on stage. I got the overboard
You did.
question.
That's true.
That he built. He was building a closet for.
Going back to Jake Gehring here, who says, love the SEN. I'm loving that you guys like the name, by the way. Schmoedown Entertainment Network coming to you for our first official show as the Schmoedown Entertainment Network, by the way.
Okay.
Love the SEN. Can't wait to see all the great content to come. Any chance the Schmoedown comes to Seattle next year?
Oh, I love Seattle so much. Can we?
Well,
You've never been.
no, I don't believe I have. But what I will say, and this
That's
is
where
the
the
beauty.
crunch
2-hour
drop
flight.
came from.
Yeah,
But this
that's
is
right.
but this is also the beauty of doing this network, is that we could go to Seattle and not necessarily bring a Schmoedown there. We could bring a podcast there. We could bring a comedy show there. We could do. I mean, if it's just what's that? Yeah,
Bring a comedy
yeah,
show.
well, we could. So yes, absolutely. Okay, Andrew D. Rossini. Is this show also going to be available on a podcast? Absolutely it is. It's the same way that the last stream, if you go to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown podcast feed, presented by Himalaya, go to the podcast feed. You can get, obviously, the Schmoedowns that drop every Thursday and Friday on the feed, as well as the Schmoedown Rundown. And these streams will be on there, and the podcast will start to drop there also. That feed will be very, very busy. Also, reminding people that Ryan Snelling is now in charge of the Schmoes No feed on the podcast feed, and they have a bunch of brand new content already launched. A lot of good stuff, a lot of brand new talent up and coming over there. So please go and check out that podcast also. Okay, we are back to Suge Knight.
Yes, Shug.
And he says, which one of these movies would you not show your kids? Bachelor Party, Porky's, Animal House, Revenge of the Nerds, Trading Places, or Beverly Hills Cop?
That's a lot of choices.
I mean, shoot, would you not show your kids right now? I mean,
Porky's,
I don't think
no.
I show any of my kids
I
any
have
of
a
this
4-year-old
stuff.
and an almost 2-year-old,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Any of this stuff right now, my kids couldn't watch any of this.
I-
But I did see Beverly Hills Cop came out in 1984. Okay, I was 8.
Yeah.
I definitely saw that movie in the
Oh,
theater
yeah.
with my mother, by the way. And my mother is like oh my God, I can't believe she just said that on television. She just say fart? And she took me to see Beverly Hills Cop. She denies it to this day. But you remember when you go to see Beverly Hills
Yes,
Cop. And I
yes.
said it was the first rated R. I always get this mixed up. It was the first rated R movie I saw, because then after that I saw Vision Quest with my dad, and that was also rated R. I think that
They
was
were competing.
85. It was competing as far as the first rated R film I ever saw. But
I
anyway,
mean, your parents were competing. They're like, okay,
Revenge
okay, I'll
of the
take 'em.
Nerds maybe would be okay, or is it
if
too
you go-
sexual? Is it?
you go back, there's kind of like it's not. It doesn't hold up.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold up these days. There's some stuff in there.
I
that
know my brother saw it about 15 times.
Yeah.
It was one
What's
of those
the-
constant runners on.
What's the most questionable thing your kids have seen?
W- Blake's seen the John Wicks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we introduced him. We just went full bore. And
Yeah,
You said,
right.
let's
yeah.
just do it.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yours?
he's very smart in knowing that things are fake, and he's also, I think it's not like, we've had lots of talks about he never got to play violent games and things. And
If you met your kid, you'd say, he's not gonna do anything.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like the sweetest kid.
But
in the
it
world.
was like
And what
Lonnie
it? Another
said-
man's wife.
Another man's wife. Yeah, no. I'm a single white female.
Yeah.
No, he's seen a lot of things that he probably shouldn't, because he's 4. So I read him the Harry Potter books, the first 2 Harry Potter books, and he really is a good listener. The baby, on the other hand, is never going to watch anything, because he can't sit still to save his life. But so he saw those first 2 movies, and afterwards I was like, this shit's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like, there is some, but also, he, again, if you have heard me on Collider Live, I've mentioned this more than once, but his favorite movie in the world is the 1986 Transformers.
There, you can see all your dreams alive.
Also, Dead to be stupid.
Yeah.
The Weird Al.
I think just on that,
But
Wommy
there's
John,
swears
Leap
in
Ninny
that,
Bomb.
though.
pay attention to what your kids are like. Don't just let them go off. Like,
That's
pay
right.
attention to their YouTube watch. Pay attention.
yes.
Talk to them about these things.
Yes.
When my son would want to go play this game that was violent or something, I say, well, how does this make you feel? Do you feel like this? Oh, I like killing people, or
Right.
do I like? Do you know that it's just fantasy? Do you just, And he said in the beginning he said I couldn't play blood games. He called them, and he would read the little things on the back, and he knew if it had an M, he couldn't play them. So we groomed him to John Wick. By the way, it was not.
It took a little
Well,
bit, right?
also, I'm not. There's a difference. My husband always says that, like, they used to play with guns all the time when they were kids.
Yeah.
Not real guns, but like fake guns. He's like, I know it was fake. He's like,
Yeah.
what do you think? I'm an idiot? Like, I know, I know it's
come
fake.
on.
I'm playing.
I mean, come on.
There is something to be said. Like, the more you mystify a thing, the more, like, think about, like, Catholic school. Like,
yeah.
the more you say you can't have, those Catholic school girls are really as slutty as they come. No offense.
I went to Catholic school. I can attest.
Yeah,
So,
so, like,
let
I'm
me
just
tell.
saying, yeah.
Listen, Suge Knight also back again, but this time he
back.
says my girlfriend's gonna kill me when she sees the bank. Jake Air says Schmoedown Seattle #.
Yes.
Jordan McIntyre. I would love a Star Wars Rule of 2 style Q&A show with Kristian, John Campion, and Ken Knapsack. That one is probably not going to happen. Jedi Council is my Star Wars show that I do on Collider. That's not going anywhere.
Jordan
And
McIntyre has a name that combines both Jordan Knight and Joey McIntyre from the New Kids on
That's
the
right.
Block.
That's right. Maybe it's not his real
Jordan.
name.
Hey.
So that's probably not going to happen. Anything Star Wars that you want to hear me talk about, you can go on over to Collider on Thursdays to check me out with Ken Knapsack every Thursday, 5 p.m. And you can check out the Star Wars show that we do over there. I have, like I said, Mark Fernandez is a good friend of mine, and I have this is not a competing network even close to it. This is going to be all different stuff that is not really all movie based at all. It's just going to be a lot of fun stuff, different stuff, and
I'll talk about Star Wars all
you
you
can
want.
do it, yeah,
but,
for sure.
yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, Zach Anderson, thanks a ton for the advice, guys. I'm out in Wisconsin, and this is to stand up, and we'll keep working hard and keep getting better. There you go.
If you're in Madison, that's great.
Yeah. Adalberto Rios, excuse me. Can we get Brett calling a Schmoedown match?
Ooh, that'd be tough.
That'd be, yeah, you think it'd be tough?
I could give it a try.
Yeah.
But I have to learn everybody's names.
You have to, you got to know
and
who's who
read.
and the history of it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. That would be a lot of studying.
You could you could be the color commentary.
Yeah.
For one. It'd be fun to have you on for maybe like an exhibition match or something too.
Yeah, I could just do a lot of ooh.
Yeah, it'd be
that
good.
was bad.
Yeah.
Is that color commentary?
We're looking.
Say.
We look like we're wrapping up. We have a few more questions that we'll get to, but streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. If you you guys keep throwing in the questions.
Listen,
we're
I'm
gonna
pissing in this water.
no, yeah. If you want to keep we're here for you guys. So as many questions you want to ask, we're gonna keep answering. Yeah. Streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. By the way, that seems to be all wrapped up for the most part, but I'll keep looking back. Let's get to Magnus. Poor Magnuson, who asks about Arnie doing Oldman in The Professional. Okay, let's see. Kate, I need you to say. I need you to come up to me and say, "What do you need, boss?" And I'm going to say to you, "I need everyone," and you say, "What do you mean, everyone?"
Okay. How do you want me to do it?
However you want.
Okay.
What do you need, boss?
I need you to get me everyone.
What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone! What are you doing standing there with the asshole in the air? You don't do that. You got to be
Go get the guy. He's running around with the little girl. It's very inappropriate. But who cares? I'm the bad guy, apparently, because I need to get this guy. And I'm going to get him because he's making very inappropriate. I get it to Natalie Portman, but she's still a baby girl at this point. She's not the hottie that we know from Closer with the ass hanging out. She's a girl. So you got to get her and get her away from the creep of the week who's going to throw a grenade and kill us all. But no, I'm the bad guy. Fuck you.
All right. Saul just throws in $4 because he's Saul.
Nice.
Oh, Stevens. Just wanted to thank you guys for being so cool. Well, we thank you. We thank you so much.
Stevens.
Okay. All right. There's another one here. Now I'm back. I'm back over at the streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. Kristian, one of the best things ever on Collider Live was when Ken read the movie news. Anyway, we can get Ken on the SEN to read some of the day's funnier news clips. 1,000% if, once again, broken record, if I can say to Ken, listen, man, because Ken's skeptical about doing the news and stuff too. Yeah. And I could tell Ken, hey, listen, man, I think that the fans are really going to want this, and we do a full show about it, and it's as successful as today was with people donating and wanting to see more of it. I believe that yeah, we can get him to do it. I just have to have some more conversations with Ken. Ken and I have been talking about him doing some stuff on the network. We're definitely working on Inside Schmoedown for sure to get that all tied up, because the hardcore Schmoedown fans have to come to that one too, because like I said, we got to get people, they're going to have guests on, we'll be able to Skype people in, audience members, and on all this stuff. So yeah, Ken's going to be around. We're going to have Ken and I, another guy I've been friends with a very long time. Okay, back to the super chats. We said, oh, Stevens, just want to say thank you for being so cool. And Darren Lamey, we want more Kate and more Brett in all of the things. Look at that. I think we did it, guys.
Yeah.
I think we did. I think we went through all of the super chats.
We did it. We didn't
miss any. We're going to give people 10 more minutes.
All right.
We'll have a little bit of a
there we go.
We'll give people 10 more minutes. And if they want to submit some more questions, then they can do it. If not, we're just going to wrap it up. And I want to, like, a legit, honest question that I'm going to ask both of you guys is that what do you hope that you can get from the being on Schmoedown Network, what you'd like to see, what we'd like to do more of? Because I want to involve, you're going to be around. I've been bothering for years to get back into this thing, and now you're back. Yep. So I'm going to bother you to be on this thing as much as possible. What do you want to do?
On the show.
On the show?
Yeah.
What do you want to cover more? What do you want to do? Is there anything else like
whatever the people want.
Right. You want to listen to them?
Yeah, I want to listen to them. I also have to say, like, I feel like I don't know. It's just been great, like just being on Collider Live, doing the Friday shows with you guys. It just seems like there is, like this is alopecia awareness month. My kid has alopecia, and I feel like it's been this great thing that's happened where all these people have found me because of Collider Live, and then I can sort of do my comedy. People are following me on the Instagram page, which is awesome. Like that, my friend Anthony Crotty, who's really your friend, but like it's this guy in Ireland who's like, comments on stuff or whatever. I feel like it's just like this. It's just been a great platform for exposure, but also it gives me like it makes me feel like a sort of accountability.
Yeah, juice is flowing again.
Yeah, I guess the juice is flowing again is accountability. It's also like what you said, which is like it's there is this outlet. Like I can be the funniest person in my household. Mm-hmm. But it's so
you're just
great.
Looking around like
you know
this.
what I mean? I'm like this kid's an asshole. Like,
and then he cries.
He's like an asshole. But I don't know. It's just fun to be with peers again and to know that there's people that are appreciating it. And
this is therapy. This is what I lacked a lot of this, and because I've been here a long time. And I think a lot of people think that, you get a lot of like in your face rejection, like you suck, go home, whatever. I've been hearing since I've started acting about how funny and how good I am.
Right. And
I've been here for 20 years trying, and nobody's paying me to do any of this stuff. Right. So I've never been told that I was horrible and not funny. So that's the hardest thing to live with, is that you're doing something you don't love, but you know deep down inside people want you to do it. And when I hear all this, it gives me the confidence. It gives me that drive to do it again, because I lost a lot of that throughout the years. When I was 23 years old, I had a lot of drive. A lot of it was to, meet some models out in the big city, but I didn't have what I have now. is lacking. And this, I love all these people, and I love these comments, and I love meeting the fans, and it's just this whole new world for me, and I appreciate every one of them. It's really
well, it's
great.
been great. I mean, it's also good,
great.
and it's good to have you guys kind of back into it. And I think that that's why we see the support that's coming in today, because I think that that's why this show already, if you look at what we just did in this last 2 hours, this is the kind of raw, honest show that we're going to give you every time we do one of these Q&A shows. There's no doubt about it. But I, like you guys said before, I love the idea that we just, like, they dictated everywhere we went today.
Yeah.
We had fun conversations. To me, that's more entertaining sometimes than if it's like, okay, we're going to talk about, whatever stories out in the news. Sometimes that's great to talk about, and we'll do that.
But there are shows doing that.
There are shows
You know
that
what
are
I mean?
doing
Like,
that.
yeah.
This show, to me, it's like you guys can make us go anywhere you want. You are literally choosing our adventure, and I think that you did that today. And
Please
there's
stop
more,
talking about The Bachelor. Okay, fine,
I
we're
know,
going.
right. Okay, so there's no more left in the streamlabs.com. I'll check that one more time, but I'm going to go back. Oh, we just do have some more stuff here. Shoot. We do have some more stuff. Okay.
Hey.
So now, Sinfinity and Beyond. Now he wants
love it.
Arnold as Mickey in Rocky 3. All right. I'm going to be getting a lot of work from this guy. All right, let's see. Mickey in Rocky 3.
What are you staring at? What happened? Why's your face so fucked up? What? How did you win? You look like that. You won? Ow, my heart. Oh, get over here. You got a lot to do. You got a lot to do. But we did it. I know that you're lying to me, and I know that you got your face kicked in, but I'm dying. So I'm going to tell you that if you go and fight this guy again, you're stupid, because he fucked you up, and he's got the mohawk, and he looked angry, and I told you could have retired, but no, and now I'm dead from a shove in the hallway. Fuck you.
I love that I can see your eyes, like you are in, you
Yeah.
really go there. It's like Bran, like you become
yeah.
the
I was
three-eyed
looking at
raven.
Rocky,
You're
as
like,
Rocky's like, all right, let's see. We still got a lot left here.
oh,
Wow.
Sinfinity and
Coming in,
Beyond.
boys.
It's like,
Okay, so Thor Magnus. What is the best non-franchise John Williams score? It's easy for me. Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, I'm out on this one.
oh,
That's all right. You tap out.
I tap out.
You tap out.
I know so many John Williams, but yeah, I guess non-franchise.
Non-franchise.
What are some other
I
other
guess
possibilities?
Indiana Jones is non-franchise, right?
Well,
that
there
is
was
franchise,
3,
'cause
yeah,
that is
because it
franchise.
was, yeah. Jurassic Park is because of all.
Tintin's really good. Look, you know what? I'm going to do
Let's-
this for you.
let's do
Yeah,
that.
I'll do this for you. So I'm going to bring up John Williams on the IMDb, and that way, because this is the other. This is not a. No one said that this was Brett and Kate's strong points. They're casual movie fans. But this is what you're going to get.
No, but I know. I mean, he's done everything.
The super
but-
chats are still coming in, so we're gonna like I said, we're gonna stay here. We're gonna get every single one that comes in.
If I have
So
to
we're-
poop and pee my
We do
pants,
it right here.
we're
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So here's this filmography. All right. So where the hell is it?
looking
That's
up a
Rise of Skywalker. We have Jurassic World. It's still franchise.
Franchise, yeah.
Rogue One is not. Wait, that's not true. He didn't do Rogue One. Star Wars.
IMDb Live?
Season, I don't know what the hell this is. Star Wars. War Horse. Okay. Superman. That's all franchise, I guess.
If they play the original theme in any of those songs, they have to credit him, right? If they play the original.
Yeah, Harry Potter. This is taking too long.
Yeah.
I
You
was
know, why
told
don't you
there'd
do your
be no
research
math.
on that, and you come
Yeah.
back and you can tell that. Just pick that
Non-terminal.
one.
Yeah, the terminal.
The terminal.
The
There you go.
terminal.
Perfect.
I'm sorry. How much did he pay for that?
Yeah.
Can we-
$2.
Do you refund? Do you
Yeah.
refund?
Oh, I answer. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Next question after that is Jeremiah Morris,
All right.
who asked a Schmoedown question. He says, "Do you put Andrew Guy on your Mount Rushmore because of his character work? I got him with Merle, Levine, and Cushing." That's a tougher one. Now, if we're doing all-time characters, I'm putting him. I'm putting Finstock. I'm putting Roca, and I'm putting Kalinowski as far as all-time characters with Video Drew catching up very fast. But no, Andrew Guy has transcended what we have done in this league as far as character goes. He's a professional actor. He's an incredible actor, and he made other competitors step up their games when it came to character work because that's how good he is. He's very passionate. He's a very close friend at this point because I love the kid. I love him because he really gets into it. He understands it and he cares about it, and he cares about it a lot. He puts in a lot of crap. He puts a lot of time to it, and yeah, as far as character-wise goes, yes. As far as overall, I don't think he would argue that he probably won't be in an overall Rushmore when you combine like he's a very good trivia player, but it's harder to put him over on other players. But character-wise, yeah, he's top 4. Okay, Kyle Stewart. Brett works at an art gallery? Wow. As an artist, this intrigues me. But how many careers do you have? Does this mean we can get a show that provides a gripping analysis of the contemporary art market?
I actually do not care anything about art. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm strictly, like this morning before I came here at 8 a.m., I stained some frames that I will be glossing tomorrow and then mounting some canvases on. I do facility type stuff. I make sure that the fire department comes out and checks things. I hang artwork. I paint walls. I do a lot of things, and I touch artwork that I don't know who the artist is, and I've hung a $3 million painting.
Wow.
And that in front of people that were in charge of the estate.
Were you
and
sweating your ass off when you're doing that?
Sweating my ass off.
Yeah.
Just shaking it on the wall, you know.
Did you ever stumble with it?
No, I've never broken a piece. Knock on wood.
Except you
know.
broke my baby monitor.
Yeah, I
You broke the baby monitor.
I did break your baby monitor. That was you know. Hey, you know.
Who cares about me?
Shit happens.
Yeah.
But no, not that I don't care about it. I think
Fine.
artists are great and everything. I think the art world is kind of screwed up because I've seen really, really great artists who don't, and then really like this one, the $3 million painting. I will tell you, looked like a high school kid did it, and it was worth $3 million. And I've seen really great pieces that are worth nothing because the galleries control the whole art world, and they tell you what's worth. And I think it's kind of it's a shitty business.
Yeah.
But
I do want to hear more about that. It's
I
fascinating.
know. I want to go to Art Basel sometime just to see it.
Yeah, please.
In Florida.
Okay.
In Miami.
let's do it.
Miami.
Saul
You guys know Art Basel?
just gives us $2 more
Yes,
because Saul's
Saul.
great. Kate VD says more Kate makes it great. Yeah.
Thanks, Kate VD.
that's
Kate's venereal disease.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, Suge Knight bouncing back and forth here.
yes.
Now, Suge Knight says Arnold as the Godfather. Now, I want to see Gary Busey or somebody else pop in here, too, but Arnold is the Godfather. Okay, let's see.
What are you doing? What do you mean? That's a stupid question. Of course, you fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm going to do it. What do you mean, how? I'm going to make him an offer. It's a fucking offer I can't refuse. Because if it does, I rip his arms off and beat him to death with it. Now get out of here. Maria, make the pasta. And why are you still here? We're divorced.
This could be an entire thing.
Yeah.
All Christian doing different.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
AJ Lancaster. So Saul's being censored. He's not just nice.
Oh. That they're deleting his comments for some reason.
Who's deleting his comments?
I don't know.
I don't think that's true.
I think YouTube doesn't like the curse words
They were cursing. He
Yeah.
was cursing in the
in the chat.
Oh, okay.
We have a mild.
I said you can't scare her with a dick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Am I being censored?
Oh no! He probably put it on the non super chat one. Okay, PJ Campbell's back.
Hey.
And Saul says Roxy is censoring his super chats. Is that true? I don't know. Rob Biller. I support the break the current culture 100%. Thank you, Kristian, and love the Kate Brett combo. Q&A. Shoot the shit. Hashtag keep Kate.
Aww.
Look at that. Arcadio Castellonis says, maybe I want y'all to talk about your favorite SNL cast member, bits. Maybe I want Pert. You make the call. Love the format. Excited for more. So did I tell you that I listened to Dice a lot when I was a kid. And the Day the Laughter Died always stuck in my head. So it's a very underrated. It's really, there's not even a lot of jokes. It's just him being Dice. And there's one thing he talks about how his girlfriend sent him to the store to buy milk, right? And then he's talking about how he replaced the homogenized milk and all this stuff. And then he talks about, and then I look over they say, buy jojoba conditioner. Well, maybe I don't want fucking jojoba. Maybe I want Pert. So what do? I take the fucking jojoba and squirt it all over the floor like it's somebody's load. And then I put the Pert in the jojoba and save myself $2. Right? And so I censored that tremendously. And I said, because we have jojoba here. And I said, maybe I don't want jojoba. Maybe I want pert. So now my 8-year-old screams, maybe I want pert. I talked about that. Anyway, favorite SNL cast member, easily John Belushi. And my favorite stuff is Lucky the Irish. When you ever see, you know, Lucky the Irish.
Yeah.
He talks about the whole. It's such
You've told me to channel that a few times.
It is the best.
Yeah.
The Luck of the Irish.
I love that.
Oh, they love that.
Because
But the bit is so brilliant because he comes back around. When
Yeah.
you watch that bit, he starts, it looks like he's just rambling, but he comes all the way back around from that story. He was just one of the best of all time. So I mean, guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Gilda.
You know, it's funny. I was not thinking about her until you said John Belushi, and I was like, oh, shit, are we going that far back?
Yeah.
I feel like because they just had fewer seasons, like, I think Kristen Wiig changed the game.
Yeah.
I think she did. I also have to say Will Ferrell, no question.
Yeah.
Like,
Chicago Wag, too, isn't he?
no, he was Groundlings out here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, of course, both of those. So then if I have to do someone different, I would say Farley.
Farley.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and I
Brilliant.
saw him at Second City
Yeah.
Okay.
before he was on, and that was kind of a cool thing for me. Is like I
Oh my
saw
God,
that. and,
absolutely.
you know, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Farley was amazing.
Insane.
Back to Sinfinity and Beyond here. Favorite all-time breakfast cereal?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Mr. T has some good cereal.
You've got some tough questions.
I know. I do like.
I mean, is it life? Is it muesli? That's what my mom always got was the muesli. I'm
I always
"God,
like
give
when
me
I was
a break
when I
with
was a
the-"
kid though. I liked the Frankenberries.
Oh,
Do you know they make one now called Oops All Berries?
yeah.
The same type of shit.
Well, no, it's they just put the berries in.
Oh no, that's the.
Oh, sorry,
Captain
that's Captain Crunch.
Yeah,
It's
but
called
it's
Oops
Oops
All
All Berries.
Berries.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
is that what it is?
Oops
Oh,
All
okay.
Sugar. Yeah, Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp is
Yeah.
like one
Oh.
I was not, or the Cabbage Patch cereal I was also not allowed to have.
My
Do you
dad
remember?
What
would get Captain Crunch and put Dad's Captain Crunch, and it'd be sit there next to the muesli.
Wait, I
and
wanna-
I'd have to eat the muesli.
The music. I want to know if Paige and Sinfinity like joined up on this because Paige just asked what was your favorite cereal and junk foods as kids, because it's like
Little
my
Debbie
God.
snacks.
yeah. I mean
Oh, I
yeah.
love.
Do you remember
the
S
Star
cookies?
Crunch.
yeah.
S cookies?
Yeah, the S cookies, and maybe it was just because I had my dad was German, but he used to get these S cookies, and they're like we used to call them S cookies. I'm sure that's not what they were called, but we used to get them all the time, dip them in milk, and it was delicious.
I don't even know that.
Yeah.
Nutty Bars, and
You're not
they
a real
had
German.
made Taco Bell back in the day. Taco Bell
Yeah.
Doritos.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was it for me.
All right, we're counting down here, guys. So, okay, Jenny Lawson. Hi, I'm better late than never. I love seeing Brett and Kate. Kristian, go fuck yourself. No, this is but seeing Brett and Kate, yes, that's kind of the
That
whole
is a
point.
compliment to you, though, too,
That
because
is.
that is the way your brain works. It's like you talk about Ellis being generous. You work harder and hustle more than anybody I know. And then you just bring people into the fold, and you're like, "Oh, I know what I'm at," and you put us together. And like this is the second time I've met you.
yeah, yeah.
But like,
I knew this
I
would work.
love this guy.
I
Super
knew this would
fun.
work. This is
I love
to me.
this guy.
And you're
This'll
gonna
be-
produce a sitcom with us
Yes.
in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love
That's
that
so
you've
great, you're
already
giving
decided
us
to
jobs.
take a lot of this money and do that.
Dude, maybe so. Look, if this thing, we can get to a place that if we're doing this 5, 6, 7 days a week,
Maybe
Well,
eight.
and this is
Okay.
working, but I'm not saying you guys. I'm saying the network in general.
Oh,
I'm saying the network in general. If the network in
Three
general,
tops.
if the network in general is doing like 6 to 7 to 8 shows a week, right?
Yeah.
And we're doing really well. Yeah, the money's going to go into great places. We're going to do some good stuff, and it's the Schmoedown at this point right now. It's an entertainment company. It's an entertainment network. Hence the name. Okay, let's see. Oh, wait, we still got shoot. We do have another thing here. Comes in from the Streamlabs. Frank Torres said, I talked to Emma Fife on Discord about a possible Dungeons and Dragons show on the new Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Would you approve? D&D shows are incredibly popular. Look, man, nothing is off the table. There's absolutely everything on the table. I want to make sure that we have the right. And I'm not just gonna. I've seen networks do it before,
Yeah.
where they just take everything, throw it against the wall, and go, "Here's a whole bunch of shit," and then people go, "What do I watch?" And they don't know where to go. I think it's gradual.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's like
It's a marathon.
It's
It is. It is.
This show. Start with this. branch out. Here's a new show, and then hopefully, like I said, within 5-6 months, it's just a machine and it's moving. Because David can do so much.
Yeah.
But we got to get RB3 is going to start
in Europe
helping
all
us
the
out.
time.
We're going to do some more stuff to where we're going to need more people to help us out to do, learn the system and learn.
And try not to giggle when people say D&D.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean, it's like it sounds
right.
so sexual, and I don't know. It's,
SMP.
I want to make sure that I got everything else. here.
SMP. DND.
Did I get everything else? Hold on. Let me make sure that I got everything.
I want to know what Saul was saying that he got
I
censored
know.
for.
I know.
He was
here.
saying-
Sorry. Robert Adams, MLP.
Okay.
He asked, how about a reactor show where a rotating group of reactors get together discussing humorous moments? I don't know about that yet, because I think what I want to first do is get the actual inside of the Schmoedown and the characters and the personalities that you know first. That's not to say that on Schmoedown related content I can't have some reactors come in and have conversations. That's something I would like to do also. All right, let's see. We did that. Mary Millen put in $5 and didn't ask anything, so thank you.
Oh, wow.
Or she said something filthy.
Yeah.
Right,
Mary?
that's true. Right. Oh, Stevens, please tell my son Jose to do his homework, please. All three of us. Jose. Do your
homework.
Get your act together, man.
Jose, let me level with you. You're gonna be a nothing. You're just gonna end up in a trash heap somewhere.
Yeah.
Get out your pencil, put it to paper, and stop being such a loser.
Do your homework. You want to be cleaning shit up in a bathroom in an art gallery? Do your homework.
Jose, do you want to be a stay-at-home mom with nothing that makes
Yeah.
you feel proud?
Yeah. Have you ever laid in bed for a week just staring at the ceiling? That's what you get when you don't do your homework.
Do you want to lose a lot of weight from being on Wellbutrin?
Do your homework.
Oh, poor Jose. I bet you got him to
Just
do
kidding,
it.
Jose.
All right.
You're doing great. You're doing great, pal.
Take care of your brain.
All right, let's see.
vape.
Jenny Lawson, you too, Kristian. I don't know what I said, but I feel bad. Larry Payne, what was your favorite movie to talk about with John Schnepp? Oh, man.
You too, Kristian, was that they liked you too. Remember when you said,
oh,
Brett?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. What was my favorite movie to talk about with John Schnepp? We used to talk about Star Wars, all the time. He would come in because John respected my opinions on Star Wars because that was my passion, and John respected passion in general, so he would come up and we'd have long conversations about it. But I always was just amazed by his wealth of knowledge when it came to anything in the comic book realm or just cinema in general. He's a big fan. But I think my favorite thing to talk to him about was Flash Gordon. He loved Flash Gordon as much as I did, and we would always talk about how we wanted to see it. And honestly, Terminator. We both wanted Terminator to go back to its roots, and I don't know if this new one is. He was very excited about the Tim Miller version, and I'm actually going to go with it to give my report to him in the sky after I see it because I know how much he wanted to see it, and he was the one who told me about the Q&A he saw with Tim Miller and James Cameron. So I think about the big man often. To be honest, I think about him almost every day. I wonder every time I watch Endgame, and every time. But anyway, those are the ones I like that I used to like to talk to him about, and a lot of different things. Okay, let's see. Man, you guys are still coming. This is awesome. Magnuson, once again, most underrated Kevin Smith movie, Mallrats. It's my favorite. My favorite of his.
Do you really feel like it's underrated?
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
that was...
I mean, people always talk about Clerks first.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
I see.
They always talk about
I
Clerks.
wasn't a Clerks
You would
fan.
put it
I
in the
was a
number one
Mallrats
spot in the
guy.
Yeah, and they always
Yeah.
to me it's and I think it's underrated in the zeitgeist. I think it's underrated as one of the greatest comedies. I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's hysterical. I love that movie. What would you say? Same thing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't think of it as underrated.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Maybe
well,
Dogma?
Yeah. All right. fine.
Yes.
Dogma was underrated, right? I enjoyed that one.
What is?
Dogma?
Oh, Dogma. Yeah. You know what? I didn't like it when I saw it in the theater, and then when I went back and revisited it, I
It's
did.
because Brett was crying next
Yes,
to you.
it
Yes,
was.
yes.
It was true. Yeah. Derek Williams asked, when are you going to have Saul as a guest on Collider Live? Well, he's in New York, and he's on the show every fucking day. He's on the show every day. Janine the Machine.
Hey!
Yeah.
When you talk about great people, again, Janine's so awesome. No question, just because you're awesome, I can't wait to see you ahead. Janine's another person who started out as a fan, and boy, were we blessed with her. Genuine, sweet, hard worker, passionate. Will definitely. I mean, she'll definitely many times I even call her live. Very strong opinions. Very. I mean, she's just. I love her. I love her. I think her articles. One of the main things we shut down the movie trivia Schmoedown website, and there are a lot of things that I missed about shutting it down, but Janine's article, The Machine Mondays, was something really special. So Janine the Machine is a big match against Mike Kalinowski. And it's going to be live streaming I know, 9/28.
Talk about
9/28. So you're going to see The Machine versus Kalinowski. That will be a live streaming. This is something else for you guys, too, that we're going to do, and I realize that we can do this. We're going to be doing the premiere matches. We'll run the Schmoedown matches on Fridays, and you can live chat in there, and I'm going in and I'm jumping in, because if you want to add to the Super Chat network of it, I'll start doing a Q&A. It'll be more, it won't be as like this, but it'll be inside of it. And a couple people did it last week. Just kind of fun. Movie Finobi. Long day, just home from work. Have a great night, Kristian and the crew.
Wonderful.
All right, I'm going to double check and see if this is it. This is the last one, unless I hear something else pop up. But right now, NJ, Scylla Stew. I missed Brett. I love Kate, and I can't wait to see what happens with this network, even if I don't have time to watch it all. Hugs to all.
Aw.
Yep. Well,
There
we got
we go.
another one.
Thanks, NJ.
I am excited that you guys are excited.
I know.
Because
that's great.
this is the beauty of this. Like, if you caught this particular live stream, or if you're listening to it on the podcast, or if in 3 weeks from now, there's a show that you didn't even know. You're subscribed to this channel and you pop up and, oh, there's this show. I didn't know what this was. And that's the show that you watch. And we do that particular show once a week. You never watched this show once. But the other show that we do, that's the show you like. We're going to give you the options because you guys are running the network. You really are. Okay. So then now we have Sinfinity and Beyond again. He said, I always think about Schnepp during the portal scene. That's exactly when I think of him.
Oh.
It's exactly when I think of him. And I tear up every damn time when that happens, even on the plane, JetBlue in New York. If you haven't seen Endgame, where you're getting spoiled, there's this scene at the end. They all pop out together, and it's like this nerd orgasm of every potential superhero and villain just going after one another in this battle, running after each other. And I remember seeing it in the theater for the first time, feeling like he was sitting next to me watching. And yeah, and that was it was great. All right, so you gotta shut that, sweetie. You want to yell out something real quick? What do you want to yell out?
Pert.
What do you want? Oh, hey, Vivi, how about this? Maybe I don't want you, Joba. Scream it out. No. All right. You gotta shut that then. All right. Maybe I don't want you, Joba.
Maybe I want her.
Shut the door. I'll be out in a second. All right. All right. We're still getting donations here. We're still getting donations. Okay. So, but this is just Brendan Clayton throwing in $1 and Saul throwing in $2. So
And saying something that's getting him censored.
yeah. Okay.
Apparently.
Well, I think that's it. I think unless I hear that thing beep again, this is actually good that we got that beeping in there, so that way I know. We are going to wind this down. We're almost 2.5 hours, everybody. 2.5 hours of doing this together.
Wow.
Thank you so very much for joining us here. This is the second one that we did. We will be back again. We're going to be back again. Thank you to Kate Mulligan. Thank you to
for
Brett
having us.
Sheridan.
Thank you to all the fans.
Maybe we're going to do this
Thank
next week. Brett's out next week.
Yes.
You'll be here next week? Yeah. Okay, so and you know what? That's something. Tell us who you want. Tell us who you want next week. It'll be me and Kate. And who else? Who would you like to see next week? Fill in that spot. I'll see if Mark's available. Maybe it'll be Ellis. But we will double check. And we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to David, Michael, Frank
Thank
once
you,
again for
David.
making this all happen.
Safe travels.
Yes, and we'll see you next time, guys. Thank you. Thank you.